They're counting on you. Against all odds, we've made it this far. But we both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey has changed us, changed you. But it's not over yet. You need the right tools for the job.
Trollord Games. Join the fray.
That's funny.
And here we go. We're here for the celebration countdown and all that junk.
Are we live, Chuck?
We're live. Oh, yeah, there you go. Are we live?
I'm committing to it. I'm going to have a perfect Steven Chenault impression for just that phrase only by the end of the year. That's my commitment. That's my
That'll be
New Year's
fantastic.
resolution in February, in March.
Hey, Loquacious, how's it going? Good morning. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, I guess. Good lunchtime. Yes. We will be notified when our products have been shipped for the Adventurers back. But yes. As soon as they go in, the shipping is a little slow now because we ran out of some stuff we had to reorder, and then they took their time getting it here, so it's on its way. So things should pick back up next week for sure.
We have like two people who do all of our shipping, one of which is Steve Chenault, our CEO, who has to like split his time with shipping and then doing other stuff. And then the other one was out of the office for like
again
a while, having a life, being
right.
Crazy.
Who told Dakota he could do that?
Ends? Can you imagine?
Look, Alucard's asking any photo today.
No, and I want some so bad. Here's the thing. My place is closed on Mondays and Sundays. I'm so sad.
I understand. We had one good restaurant around here for Chinese food, and it closed down not too long ago. There's a really super good one, but you got to drive an hour and a half. Sometimes I do.
I would for some good food in general.
Just anything.
Pretty excellent.
Yeah, I like food too. I'm allergic to food though.
Antonio.
Makes me round.
You're allergic?
It makes me round.
Or what are you allergic to?
All food. It makes me round. I'll let it sink in for a minute. Get it round.
I had to hear it 3 times, but
I'm here all week.
Question: what is the World Troll Lord Warcraft Guild starting up? Dude, I said that and then I never ever did it.
she got pulled into the full maelstrom of TLG.
I want to start it though. I really do. I really want to start it.
Yeah.
Now? New expansion, Nick says. There's a new World of Warcraft expansion. We could all hop on. We could buy houses. You could do that in World of Warcraft now. We could have a Troll Lord neighborhood. Yeah.
What up, Nikolai?
Troll Burrow. He said, "What up, Nikolai?"
Hello. Disembodied voice like me.
Yeah. Actually, maybe you have some relevant information to share. You are working on some stuff that's relevant to why we're all here today.
Look at the camera. You don't see his head. It's just the
Wah, 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 wah,
What's
wah,
up,
wah,
Nick?
wah. Oh yeah, you can't hear
Greetings.
because
I
wait,
can.
maybe
we
if I do
share?
this, yeah.
Is this crazy yet?
I just looked up and saw it. I'm like, what are they doing?
We share
Listen,
everything.
That's okay. It's okay.
Listening.
I mean, you're in a relationship. Makes sense. You know?
That means you share
We
headphones.
gotta share stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if you weren't in a
that's true.
relationship and you were strangers, it would be really weird, right? Or would it? I don't
This
know.
would be crazy right now. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like a meet cute.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, hey.
Hey,
You come to the stream often?
I'm here every time in the background. What are you guys talking about?
Well, World of Warcraft Midnight, the next major expansion, is scheduled to launch worldwide on March 2nd, 2026. That's
That
yesterday.
was yesterday.
What's
brother.
that?
We're talking about World of Warcraft expansion.
Oh, okay.
I
Never
guess it
mind
launched
then.
yesterday.
I was
That's kinda
terrified
cool.
something was wrong with the store.
What are you working on right now?
Yeah, what are you working on? Tell us.
I'm working on the Adventure Spellbook.
Let's go. That's what we like to see.
Bringing it up to the new TLG style.
Can I put you on the spot and ask how it's going?
It's going well. I'm discovering a lot of interesting new spells that I'd never seen before,
Pretty
and some of them
exciting.
are pretty cool. A lot of them are for cleric and druid,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at in the book right now, and
The
boy,
divine sphere.
yeah, I'm still kind of deep in love with all the rune spells.
Yeah,
There's some
me too.
crazy runes in there. The chaos runes are very cool.
Those are my favorite too.
But a lot of exciting spells in the spell book right now. I just came across one called Dying Light, where
I like the
a
video
cleric- Yeah, I like the video game, but instead of surviving a zombie apocalypse, you're siphoning the last bit of life from a dying creature in order to refill your spell slots. Very clerical.
Very
fun.
clerical. Yeah.
Hell is this?
Yeah.
It's a spell called Dying Light in the Adventure spell book.
Hmm. That sounds really
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah, it
So
does sound cool.
Well, y'all better enjoy your clerics now because I'm putting all their power in a bottle.
No.
real quick, we are doing a giveaway while we're streaming. If you want to get on that, give us a follow over here at twitch.tv/trollergames and then do exclamation point raffle to get you into the giveaway. We'll be doing some special giveaways once we go into overtime. So if you're around then and want to hang out, we're going to do some backer train giveaways and we'll drop some links in the chat and you can just go download some free stuff. How's that sound? Yeah. All right, take it back away there, Jeremy and Nick.
Thanks for hanging
Huh?
out.
Thanks for
Peter's
having me.
joined us. Hello, Peter. How are you?
Hi. Hey.
Back to the dens he goes.
I gotta go back to the den.
Back,
Back to
work.
the slavery,
Back to
boy.
work.
That's right. Fix those spells.
yeah.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm very
I have
excited
to
about it.
look over all of that. I can only imagine what's in there. I have no idea.
Well, it seems like most of the work is going back in and like refining, rebalancing, correcting.
Big part of it, yeah.
Yeah,
And redoing the way the info is presented. That all has to be redone.
sure.
The part
That's
I'm
kind of a
not
long-awaited change.
Yeah. The part I'm not looking forward to though is going through like 2,000 spells and being like, okay, what school is this? What divine spheres does this fall into? Not looking forward to that. I've done it with the player's handbook and that took me like 3 days.
Sure.
And that's like 300-ish spells. So
Come on, we love labels.
We just need a explosion spell, a attack spell, a defense spell. You know.
Now we're talking. Flavor it infinitely.
well, see, I broke it down because I assumed that like spells that are like I just hurt you would be the most common, and they're not. They're nowhere near the most common. The most common spells are illusions, bloated by the illusionist school, obviously, and then after that, it's like defensive spells. It's like shield and like wards
Interesting.
and stuff like that. The complete like there's only like 12 or 13 like evocation spells. I was like, that's crazy. It's really, really, really low.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Yeah, and there's very, very few. It's a ton of illusion, transmutation, and abjuration. Just mountains of it.
That's cool.
And then spheres have been the most fun, but like my instinct is to be like, well, currently the cleric is by all metrics a better spellcaster than the wizard, so we gotta put him in a box. I've built the box, but there's nothing in the box to lure someone in.
Sure.
There's no good part to the spheres, and I got to figure out what that is. Other than it's more, like basically the way I've broken it down is all the spells get different tags, and if you're sort of like the portfolio of your god, so you might have a war god who has domain over war, protection, and guardianship. So you get all the spells tagged with that and nothing else. So your war god your war god does not give you healing spells, for example. He might, it's kind of up to like what portfolio he has. So like, because like, why would a god of wayfarers give you the ability to animate the dead? He probably wouldn't, but a god of death, the sepulchral god of the beyond would totally do that. So
I feel like if I like from the GM side, that would encourage me to like, oh, if I have my own custom pantheon or my own homebrewed thing, then I'll build spheres for.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, right.
Each deity sort of has their portfolio of what they care about, and it can't be one. It could be one thing, but you're really they're really narrow in terms of what they can do. If the god's like, you get all of the sun spells. I am literally the sun. You get all of the sun spells. Wow. And then in the player's handbook, there's like 3, and it's like,
it's like awesome. Thanks.
I am the god of the sun and also light and healing.
Well,
then, we can play with it a little
the solution to that is to simply alter the description of a spell. If you wanted to have a guy
I'm not going to give it, sure, but like,
but you can add that as a note saying, look, if you want to have a guy that's all fire magic, you just alter the spell does the
fire magic's not a problem. The elemental fire sphere is bloated beyond
then
belief.
There's ice magic, there's lightning magic, there's any of those kind of things, water magic, all of that kind of stuff is simply an alteration of the spell. And one thing you could possibly do is if you want to give like spellcasters a boost, you tie each spell to a type of element, and each element is tied to an ability. So attack magic is a strength, and like movement magic is dexterity, healing magic is wisdom. So it's all tied to a stat.
That's a full reinvention I'm not interested in or prepared to undertake.
Well, it's a very simple thing. You give your characters, you're already doing it with the prime ability scores. You're giving them a bonus, but you can take it
with
one
roll
step
to cast.
further. Yeah, you can do one step further and say your character with their prime ability score could possibly cast something a few levels higher with an ability check.
So I don't quite do that, but in the spell school. So if you're an arcane caster, you can become a specialist wizard, and that forces creatures who save against spells in your school to save as though you were one level higher.
Yep.
But it also means that you save as one level lower against your opposition schools, and you can't
It's just something further.
schools.
It's just something a little bit further you can do with primes. There's
that'd be a great
gives your character a little kick that they're good at one type of elemental thing.
Right. If you're using roll
depending on their prime. Yeah.
This kind of goes nicely into a question from Greg Rage, who asked if we have rules for spell creation, which is kind of what that sounds like. Is
we do
customizing. We do have rules for that.
We do have rules for that in the Castle Keeper's Guide. They're more sort of robust than I expected them to be. And they're, it's a basic attribute check system where the challenge class is determined by like how potent the spell is, and obviously you have to have the level for it, and there's a certain amount of time and money that goes into researching it with a check at the end of the process.
We have scroll creation in the Adventurer's Spellbook. I was trying to remember what we had in here.
Some questions I want to field here coming through. The first one is from Mark the Shark, 1968. Love the name, Mark.
That's a great name.
YouTube. Let's see. I was late for the party. Will the Adventurers Backpack be available on the Trollord's website? It should be available this week. Just according to how many more we can get out the door, we have to have at least 50% shipped out before we do anything like that. But we're very close. Very close.
Well, I haven't updated Chuck. We got another 100 out yesterday. We should get another 100 out today.
Okay.
So we're well past the 50% mark. The Adventurers Backpack will go live on the store tomorrow.
There we go.
I'll be aware though that Adventures backpack pledges will still ship before like
Yes.
store orders, so I don't want anyone to be thinking, "Well, I pledged this and I haven't gotten it yet, and now all of a sudden it's live in the store and people are
Yeah.
going to get it before I do." Not the case.
There's a queue
There
to
is a
which these
queue.
things
There-
get sent out.
There is a queue. There is certainly a queue.
There's no cutting.
No.
Except
Let's
I got
see.
mailed a copy and I didn't order it. So
Crimson Arrow
it
72
came with my
asks,
tax forms.
question: when will the character manager update be updated? Scott is updating as we speak. He's working on trying to get it all caught up to the current version of the player's handbook and all that stuff. So it's working on it, and then from there we'll go with some quality of life improvements after that. Do you have rules for spell creation? Says Greg Rage. Greg, I think we're probably going to put something in the book for that. Something simple. You and Jeremy were talking about the other day.
Yeah, it's. I didn't realize there's pretty decent rules for it in the Castle Keeper's Guide.
Okay.
I looked through them. I thought they're great. They do exactly what I would want them to do. They're pretty businesslike. There's not a lot of esoterica being injected into it. So if you want to expand it, there's plenty of room for that.
I feel like adding that kind of flavor, that's more on the part of the person doing the customizing anyway. So that's nice that it's.
We've
kind
done
of
the boring part for you, so
Yeah.
you get to decorate the cake however you want.
Yeah, it's mostly just description. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want an effect, just
Mhm.
the spell does the same thing. The flavor text can be whatever you want it to be.
Sure, there's basically like 5 types of spells. There's I hurt you far away. I undo
There's
the
fire,
hurt you
there's
did
earth,
to
there's
me.
air, there's fire, earth, air, water, lightning magic, and cold magic. Time magic.
But even
movement
that
stuff.
is
It's just-
superficial description because we don't categorize damage
Mhm.
types.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just-
but there was some stuff in there about in
Hurt,
some of the books
heal.
it talks about lightning damage stunning you and cold damage slowing you. There's a few things like that in the.
And you were on an
Mm.
elemental kick today. my
Yeah,
friend.
I know. I just enjoy playing casters that
Yeah.
way. That's my thing. I like
Yeah.
to do it that way. But there are ways to add that in the game.
Mhm.
Flame is going to set things on fire. Ice
Oh,
is going to
sure.
slow you down. There are an air magic will make your character quicker. Just little things you can add that a little dexterity bonus here and there. Just that kind of thing that can add bits of flavor to your spellcasters, and so they're all doing the same thing.
And speaking of flavor, and speaking of bonuses, our 110,000K stretch goal that I was a little bit dubious about our possibilities of achieving, but actually we're kind of really close to it with 35 minutes left. We're about $5,000 away, is the Melithius, which is exactly kind of that. It's like situational bonuses that you can get by doing weird little like esoteric like rituals or practices. It's like the little book of
Benisons.
bonuses.
Yeah. I call those benisons you get something similar with the familiar book. I forget what that's called now. Where like if you have a bear familiar, you're resistant to bee stings, like weird little specific things.
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you have a sheep, you're immune to sleep spell, like weird hyper specific little edge things.
I actually
Yeah.
did the little assassins thing you came up with, Jeremy. That was
Yeah. So that was Grace, actually.
The
That was
slime weapon. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
that was Grace. I would never invent something so flashy or cool.
Hey, thank
Well,
you. I appreciate that.
Well,
I was
okay,
inspired
then
by the thing
Grace,
from
that
Treasure
was
Planet.
very cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
more.
Thank you.
That was the most
Yeah.
otaku levels of awesome. That one.
I was thinking the guy from Treasure Planet.
Yeah,
the little
Morph,
goop
yeah.
guy. Morph. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah.
I can't believe
I forgot his name.
how did I remember that? I don't remember anything else about that movie.
Well, there's another series I read where a guy's got a little slime that does stuff like that. It can change into different like types of materials. Yeah, that's cool.
Got a couple questions, Steve. I
Zookeeper-
think
it
you
feels like a zookeeper's guide.
should probably field. Taco, yes, I will be putting some stuff in there about that. It'll be really cool using chunks of monsters to affect spells in other ways than normal. Couple questions here, Steve Field. One is, and this is from Wolf Alone. I've read through the Illusionist class description several times, and the concept just doesn't click with me. You're not dumb. He just needs a little clarification. If you could kind of give him some inspiration on how the illusionist class works differently from wizards and.
So
Green Lantern.
yes, yeah. One of the things we wanted to make
Oh, that's
certain,
good, Jeremy.
and this is one of the reasons we allow illusionists to heal, is that the mind-altering spells that they do, the magic that they channel to alter your reality is real. It does the same thing as a fireball does. So if you get struck with a fireball from a wizard, you're burnt, your flesh crinkles, your hair burns off of your head, and what have you. Same is true for an illusion. If your mind is tricked into, or your mind believes that this illusion that the bridge is there, it's a physical construct. And Jeremy's spot on. Think of it like the Green Lantern. The Green Lantern, am I still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all disappeared. Oh,
yeah.
he made me big.
You're just large.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
He's speaking, so I put you up front. That's all.
Part of my browsers went down on the other screen, so I'm not.
You're good. You're good.
But at any rate, so yeah, think of the illusionist magic as actually being real. It's not like an illusion where you can disbelieve. It's actually they're manifesting something using the power of their mind and I don't want to, tricking isn't the right word, but cajoling your mind into believing that this is what it is, and it manifests because of that. And that's really, it's channeling magic in that way, which makes the illusionist crazy creative class to play. Peter Bradley actually plays a fantastic illusionist, and a little challenging too, because you kind of got to think beyond that.
Yeah.
You have
Your
to think out
mileage
of the box
varies on
it.
how creative you are.
The mind has a funny way of tricking itself, and illusions is that.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
if you wanted,
And that's why they can heal, because you've tricked the mind into healing the body with whatever.
It kind of seems like archetypally, like wizards are kind of painted as this ambitious character that like wants to affect great change in the world around them, perhaps. And then it seems like the illusionist is that, but for the psyche of others. Like they want to.
yeah, a really cool way. This is not how it's described, but a way that I kind of like to do it at my own tables is that which is totally different than what Steven said, is that it's 100% psychosomatic. So the damage is real until you're like, wait a minute, but it could kill you. Like if you don't realize what's going on, it could very well kill you. But the second you realize what's going on, it dissipates or the whatever, which is a different way to run it. But
it's a difficult magic to grasp because at its core and the way the AD&D class was written, it's kind of a trickster. It's he's trying to like they hide the coin in your ear or whatever, the magic tricks and that type of illusion when it's not that at all, really.
Ledger domain, I think is the.
So
go ahead.
I had another question. Moxal asks, and this is listen to how I word this. Question: will you have the backpack for sale at GaryCon? Which backpack are we talking about?
So we've only got one. Well,
we've got the physical backpack. I didn't know what he said.
Literal backpack.
So, the Adventures backpack, the book will be for sale at GaryCon 100%. The backpack, we put in a second order for the actual physical backpack. And that went through last week, but they're backlogged. So for this backpack, we got an order for these guys going in. And that should be shipping last week of March or first week of April. So and they're going to try to get it to us sooner. So it's 50-50. It makes it to.
And at GaryCon, we'll have them on sale for $800 each, man. Come get you one. We gotta pay for expenses. No, joke.
Let me tell you, these things are freaking.
All right, don't freak out. I'm gonna spotlight you again. So.
I mean, these things are freaking awesome. They're
yeah.
Is that nice canvas, waterproof? It's just
nice.
Hell. And it's got the little CNC.
Now, is that something that we'll probably expect to see you carrying around at cons and stuff because you can carry all your stuff in there? He carries something with him. Sometimes he carries a bag with him, I thought.
I don't think I've ever seen him with a bag ever.
We need a satchel too.
I could have sworn occasionally he has a satchel or something he carries.
I carry it to the room where I.
Oh, that's right. Well, I guess where I've just been in the airport and stuff so much. That's what I'm used to seeing.
Jesus, I need to shave.
No, you look great. I'll just highlight you here. You look fine. You look great.
You're getting all grizzly, Miss Silver Fox. Yeah.
I am. Hey, can you all get on? I can't get on the page for the Spellbook. Can you all get on it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay. It's just
We don't have a backer train yet, but it is going up. Every time I look, it's went up, but there's no backer train. I don't know what's happening. Wizardry. We got 28 minutes left in it, and if we do go into overtime, I'm going to drop. We'll give away something to the viewers that are hanging out with us during overtime. I'll open up something on the store for free, and you guys can download it or something. All right.
It's exciting.
Yeah. See. Okay, another one here. MechBoy21 for Jeremy. On your specialist chart, in the Monday morning update, the enchantment school has enchantment as an opposition school. So, what Monday morning update is he talking about? Is that Patreon?
Yeah, it's on Patreon.
Oh,
I was supposed to put it on Friday, but
oh, that's okay. I just didn't know that Patreon members were getting stuff about it like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't remember what that's supposed to be. I'm looking at it now, trying to work backwards in my head because it's like this web of things that clash with each other. So I got to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, enchantment would not bar you from learning enchantment spells. It wouldn't make any sense. So figure that out.
Creating an illusionary bridge for the party to cross a gap. Do they just fall to their death if they have any doubts that it might not be real?
Say that again.
Have you seen Wile E. Coyote when they?
Yeah. So basically, if someone, if you make an illusion of a bridge and someone doubts it, they're probably going to fall through, right? Because that's kind of like saying I don't want to save or what? I don't know. It's a good question.
So that would be an illusion. If someone creates an illusion of a bridge and you fail your saving throw, then you don't see the bridge at all. I mean,
so if they had a doubt or whatever, they just wouldn't see it, would they? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you're walking towards a chasm and there's a bridge there, and it's an illusionary bridge, you're going to make a saving throw against that bridge. And if you fail your saving throw, you actually don't see it. It's not there.
Right.
As you walk forward, it's just a chasm. Now, if you walk up onto the bridge, you shouldn't be making a second saving throw. Once you've walked onto the bridge, it's manifested for you.
So it's not a question of whether you're making a save, whether it's solid or not, as much as you just see it or not.
You see it, and your mind is literally altering the universe around you. I mean,
that's crazy.
Step into that whole kind of philosophy behind. This is the only thing that come to my mind because I'm buried in UFO stuff and not mysticism, but the crystals, that whole kind of magical philosophy of the world where we can manifest things in the universe and stuff like that. And it's sort of like that, physically manifesting things.
Thought and reality are the same thing.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm wondering if maybe what they're asking is like how big a role doubt plays in like
the
success or failure of illusionist abilities.
So you don't. The way we do it in CNC, the way I do it, so doubt really has nothing to do with it. You don't get to say when you
unless it comes to healing. That is mechanically you have to fail the save and believe that you're actually
I believe. Okay, is that the way we set it up? You're gonna make it say that way. The basically the illusionist hasn't overcome your mind's ability to heal the body, and you aren't convinced of it. But if you fail your saving throw on the illusionist, then your mind. Oh, I can heal. I'm healing. I'm seeing it heal. I'm seeing this illusionist channel this magic into my body and heal my thing. So you're not really believing that you're healing yourself. You're believing that this magic-using creature who is kneeling over you,
that their magic works.
That their magic works.
Now it kind of works that whole subconscious thing. I got you.
This is where the role play can comes in. Is the illusionists themselves has got to put on an act and make them convince the person being healed that they are in fact a healer.
But Willie, to your point, there is no disbelieving an illusion. If you disbelieving an illusion is the same as disbelieving a fireball. Is disbelieving a truck coming at me. Is disbelieving someone stabbing me in the kidney.
Now I could be mistaken, but I believe we do talk about disbelief in the Castle Keeper's Guide somewhere.
There may be some alternate rules in optional stuff, but so that's the kind of the idea when Mark wrote all that stuff. I absolutely love it, but that was kind of the idea. I mean. And this was a problem when we would play someone playing illusion. Well, I disbelieve the illusion. Well, one, you don't even know he's an illusionist. Why are you?
Yeah.
No one's walking around with this sign that says, "I am an illusionist." You can disbelieve the things that I'm doing.
So let me back up a second on this. This is interesting to me. So if we're playing a game and I see something that looks ridiculously not real, and I say I want to disbelieve it, then what are you going to say?
How are you going to define ridiculously not real?
If we're in a forest, if we're walking through a forest, it may be a fantasy. It may be a fantasy world, but I'm still a member of that world, and to me, it's real. It's not fantasy. So if I'm going through a forest and I see a crystalline, I don't know, golem come flying down on a broom,
flying spaghetti monster.
I'm sure I'm going to question it, right?
Yeah, so what I would, the same thing.
I would.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe not. But yeah, clearly your character would question it. I would have you make, if there is a saving throw
yeah.
for this spell that the illusionist has cast, you would get a saving throw. And
I see.
if you achieved your saving, you succeeded, then you
Yeah.
disbelieve. You realize it's not actually there. But if you failed, it's real.
Okay.
But otherwise, if you don't get a saving throw, you can. I would probably give you a check, but it would have no meaning whatsoever. I'd say, okay.
Well, and take it a step further. It doesn't even have to be a medieval fantasy. Say I'm in the wasteland and I see something floating through the air. It could be a hologram from a device. I don't know that. So I'm like, what is that? That can't be real.
The question I would pump back to you is how often, as a player character, that things have been described to you in fantasy worlds that you have thought, I'm going to disbelieve that. Mm-hmm. I mean, how often does that come about? And how often in the world?
Twice a day.
I'm not saying that it happens a lot, but it happens.
I don't know. I don't know anyone at the table who has ever said, I disbelieve that, unless they know categorically an illusionist is casting it or it is an illusion.
Surely I've said to you, I don't believe you before.
Don't say disbelieve. I'm not saying the word, use those words, but they certainly make, it's like the story of my mom seeing the UFO with the ball of flame. Right?
Yeah.
She could have very easily said, that ain't real. What's going on here? To me, that's disbelieving.
You're talking about wondering about the common sense of the world that you're in.
Right.
The common sense of your world has fantastic elements. Something that may not be realistic is how that very large dragon got in that very tiny room. There's an instance where your common sense would think, okay, there may be something not quite right here.
Right.
So weird encounters in the forest, that's one thing. Logical inconsistencies, that's something else. It depends on how your character perceives the common sense of the world around you.
Right.
Because a fantastical world is going to have fantastical elements that are just a given.
Right, but they're at different levels. I mean, you're talking about low magic, high magic,
Yeah, the same thing would apply. If you get a saving throw, I'd give you a saving throw. And if you don't get a saving throw with that, I think you get a saving throw against all.
Yeah, most of it. There's a few things that aren't, but very rare. Very rare.
Then if you said, this doesn't make sense here, then I would.
This is a bunch of BS.
Give me a wisdom check, and it would have no meaning if you don't get a saving throw.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, if the Power Rangers showed up in a fantasy setting, you might have a few questions about that. But it's just, what is the common sense of the world that your character has been brought up in?
Here's the ultimate answer.
And if you're a peasant living in a medieval village,
that's how it works.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Savage Splendor, yes, the SR would work against an illusion for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
no idea what this was supposed to be, if not enchantment. I'm really scratching my head on this.
Creature. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Mind if I yank our reins?
Yes.
Do we have any writing done for Melithius that we could maybe share?
We do not. That's fallen on my desk, and I wrapped up. What did I wrap up yesterday? Reaver's Fairway, and this morning I've been working on the Dogon Fells. So I have not. Sadly, I have not done any of that.
Well, can we talk about Melithius a little bit, just because it's the next one kind of coming up? I don't know if it's outside of the realm of possibility that we hit it in 20 minutes.
It's going to be a hard stretch to unlock that 110,000 goal. But
I'm just curious about it, because maybe we publish it later. I don't know.
Yeah, if we do, it brings another book into the pledge levels, which is great, because people will be really bringing magic to all the other player character classes in a different way. So you really can do like small charms. One of the things that this kind of stems from this, one of the players at my table, Wilson's playing, I can't remember what he's playing, but he's a devotee of Gloriana, the war god, and he's got her blue on his surcoat, and he carries a hammer and all this stuff. He's constantly calling on her in combat, saying prayers and whatnot. And after a while, I could tell he was getting a little itchy that it's not bringing him anything except role playing, which is great. But at a certain point, do these gods care? And he's like at 12th level, whatever at this point. And then I began to feed him a little bit of bonuses. And I thought, this is kind of cool. And then when we were talking the other day, that kind of floated back in my head. Why not? If you're at my table and you want to swim that river, why not make a prayer to Tefnut and do a small sacrifice to Tefnut and get a bonus from it? So that's what this book of small charms and boons essentially is going to be. We're going to really dive into this idea of prayers for different types of gods, different types of
Mhm.
situations,
Mhm.
charms that you could use, so you could have this charm made. It's
They
not
should-
expensive; they're one-time use only.
Yeah.
So you can't every 15
Yeah.
seconds, whatever.
They should be fairly specific. Because like I brought it up earlier, but in the familiar book, I have these things called benisons, which are just like these hyper fringe little perks that the familiars give their summoner. So like the bear, if you have a bear, you're immune to bee stings, like weird specific shit like that.
Yeah. And
Rather than +1 to hit or something.
Yeah, some of it'll be just bonuses and whatnot, but some will be very specific, and that's what's cool about that. And I'll just give you guys a quick story of one of the games I ran a few years back. It was they were high level, they were 12th level or something like that, and they were going up against a coven of hags. There was something else there I can't remember. They had to kill these hags to get to wherever they were going. Well, their wizard Chris couldn't actually show up for play. So it tipped the balance. And I told the party, I said, listen, I'm not sure we should run this tonight. I'm not going to change the encounter. It's too important to the mythology of the game that we're running. But you guys certainly, you want to lose your wizard, so I'm not sure you want to attack. And Mac's like, fuck that, we're attacking. So in they go. And things went horribly, horribly bad for them. Because the encounter was much more involved. And at one point, Mac's character, and Todd's character, no, Todd was out. All of them were trapped. This hag of covens created this cage, and they had them all trapped in the cage. You can't get out of this cage. I can't remember what it is, but it's in the enmity. It's an extreme. When you have 3 hags, it's extremely powerful. They couldn't get out. So the hags were attacking Todd at that point, and the other characters were caught in this cage, and these hellhounds that were serving the hags attacked the cage, and they just began breathing. They just stood out of range and breathing on the party members, obliterating them. Everyone was getting killed, and everyone could see death on the line. Well, Mac starts going through his character trying to remember shit, and he sees these notes that he wrote from a game like 4 years previous where he was in the Enochian forest. He saved some high-level halfling cleric, and Wolfa, the halfling god, which is a god of wolves, dogs, and hounds, gave Mac a friendship to all dogs, all canines will be friendly to his character, to Kai's character. And Mac goes, hey, I make a predator wolf ad. Can I control these hellhounds? And he reminds me I had completely forgotten this.
That's awesome.
Nothing whatsoever. And he explains to me, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, absolutely you can control these hellhounds. So he ordered the hellhounds to back off and stop breathing on them until Todd could get them out of the thing or whatever. But that's the type of stuff that these little, like the bee sting with the bear that Jeremy's talking about, that comes into play. Your DM your CK tells you, and you scribble this down in your player character sheet. 6 months later, you're going, oh shit, these killer bees that are attacking me. Hey, you know what? I've got this right here, and you're protected from it. And it makes the gaming much like the experience of rolling a natural 20 when you're like,
Yeah, I have a thing for that.
yes, I got a thing. Yeah.
I was like this.
Well, and
I was like those old legendary stories of like the swordsmiths who sing to their weapons, and it gives them little perks. So if you're gonna have a god of smiths or something like that,
Yes,
those are my favorite kind of things. I like crafty stuff. So
carving a rune on your blade, and we don't want it to be like you can't make a magic item out of it. Just say you carve a rune on a blade to slay a hellhound, and your first swing you're gonna get a bonus one, or protection from the fire, or whatever it happens to be. Yeah, Wolf Alone. I did roll it around in my head whether hellhounds are canines
50% hell, 50% hound.
That's right. They are hounds. And I rolled with it mainly because it was such a badass role-playing moment that his character was able to summon this, the power of this god from wherever. Yeah.
Well, and it's entirely emergent. It's not something from his backstory. It's something that kind of came about through the natural course of play that was set up so long ago and is finally getting a satisfying payoff.
Yeah. It
and
takes a while.
that wasn't scripted. It just happened.
Good character arc.
Yeah. It's just so that's kind of what we're going to lean into this book so that you can role play, and it's going to be role play heavy because like the prayers, you got to say the prayer. You can't just say, okay, I'll make a prayer to the river goddess and I get a no. This is the prayer that you got to say. So you got to role play the thing out. Give just that a little bit more, plain to it.
Will it be catered highly to aired, or will people be able to like take these rituals and apply them to their own homebrewed pantheons or beyond?
It'll be yeah, homebrew. We'll do it very. I'll probably put examples.
Neutral.
Like for the river, I'll say Tefnut, or whatever.
Sure.
We'll just put the disqualify. That's a goddess and aired. Blah, blah, blah.
Man, that's so exciting. The odds are against us, but we've overcome impossible odds before.
We certainly have. With 13 more minutes to hit that.
We've got 2 people on the backer train right now. 2.
Thank you all. And thank you all for the outrageous support so far. I mean, the fact that we've even come this far is truly like incredible. It has floored all of us.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We were just looking for
done it very, very, very well.
I actually kind of like some of the little status adjusting classes you've got in the backpack book, like the magic user and the rune mark. I keep looking at those, and the ability to sort of give little bonuses and whatnot and take things away is kind of my jam.
That's sick.
It makes it that much more entertaining. Is not the word. It just gives more
Yeah. Delabio asks, sorry for getting here late. Question: given Steve's love for aliens and disclosure, is there ever influence? Are there aliens in your fantasy setting?
What's funny?
Oh, there's Davis.
Now, what's funny about that? When I was finishing up the Reavers Fairway yesterday. So in and around the inner sea, if you see right, I did it. First time I've ever done that. It was right there. The Katha, which are a tribe of humans in the primordial days of air settled and everything. This kind of long, elongated, very thin, long heads, but they're gray skinned. And as I'm reading this and kind of plugging it in where I want them in the fairway and the remnants of them, I'm thinking, these would actually be perfect grays for Earth. And you jump into Amazing Adventures. The grays are not actually whatever. They come from Venus and the remnants of the Katha, which would be kind of cool.
Pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
Didn't you mention your hobgoblins are kind of like alien? Didn't they were like other dimensional beings that came?
They come from Davis's in Zaya. Yeah. So
okay, yeah, it's kind of an alien. I mean,
that's true.
They didn't evolve. They didn't evolve in the planet, and they're not part of the natural ecosystem. So,
I really like
the multiverse, but fantasy outer space.
Yeah.
We will explore. We've had lots of conversations about an actual UFO RPG. We've toyed with X-Files type things, but it's Jason Bay's really the guy with his head in that space, and the rest of us are so immersed in fantasy.
I don't have the language.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I'm not equipped to, like, I could do medievalism all day long, but
I think that an
X-Files stuff.
An X-Files type game would be cool, but like you said, I don't have the language. I mean, I really have to kind of step back.
I started writing
that.
I mean, I guess all you have to do,
I
really.
can't decide which book to bring, and they're both on UFOs. So.
I think all you would have to do, actually, now that I think about it for a second, you just have to run a game for characters that are also not equipped to deal with aliens, and then do all your GMing in language that
sure
the players, the characters understand.
That's why
the console, it looks like something.
That's why Expedition to the Barrier Peaks is so brilliant. That's an old Gary module where you go into a dungeon, and gradually over time you come to realize it's a crashed UFO.
Oh, that's sick.
But everything is described through the lens of a medieval person.
That's cool.
So
that's extremely cool.
They have illustrations for all of these gadgets, but it doesn't look like a gun. The gun is like a big shoulder-mounted antenna thing. It's designed intentionally weird so that you as the player can't recognize it either, which is really, really awesome.
That's really cool.
Steve, check signal second. By the way, we have
spoilers for a 50-year-old adventure scenario. Sorry.
It's okay. We have a third person on the backer train now. Thank you so much. I think that was Lucius that said he backed us. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Meyer. All right. So it's just rolling along now.
Thank you all. We got less than 10 minutes left.
Less than 10 minutes. If only we could do a backer train that lasted past that.
A backer train.
Choo-choo.
Let me ponder that for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alien and CNC. That's right, Odd One. We're going to do a crossover. Cowboys and aliens.
Technically, they're all aliens in CNC because Aired is Venus.
Well, she's not wrong about that. She's right. Wait a minute.
Technically,
So-
they're all aliens.
Wait,
So
no,
we're gonna
that would
have
mean Earthians are
we
aliens.
let's see where we are. I'm looking at Benny's
The
art.
Newsians.
Benny's doing the art of the Amazing Adventures Monster Book right now. She's sent over 2
Nice.
finals and she's working on another 6. The Greys are one of them.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. The Greys. The Greys.
I did a bunch of those guys for Pinnacle at one point, Greys and some other alien guys for some weird book that they did out a while ago.
I haven't gotten into the experiencer literature yet. I'm headed that way very soon, because it's a whole nother level of interesting. The UFO stuff is cool because it's so much government conspiracy involved. It's very, very cool. And I think that would be the challenge of the X-Files type game. To do a game like that is you're going to have to create the mythos, or we need to create the mythos so that they can uncover the mystery, right? So that they know, so the CK kind of knows where they're going. That's, if you watch the X-Files, they kind of lose their way about season 6 or 7. It starts getting really, it's a little convoluted.
Strange,
as to what's happening? I thought we were having aliens and hybrids and stuff, and now we're just a big government thing. So you need to kind of map all that out.
That's because it is a big government thing.
Well, Davis, is funny. The last book I finished reading, I'm reading this travel log from 1946, but the last book I read was the CIA papers. And it's by the time I was done with it, it's about 300 pages of just CIA doing crazy shit with the American people. I'm like, all right, maybe the whole thing.
Well, when you start getting into the Jedi,
there's just
when you start getting into the Jedi program and all those little mind manipulation things that the various agencies were doing it and still doing, it's But if you're gonna do aliens, you've already got the all the H.P. Lovecraft stuff, which is essentially the same thing. It's outer beings, but you're dealing with ordinary people dealing with outer beings.
Yeah, they're technically aliens, but I think that kind of sells them short. They're much scarier. Like aliens would be terrifying.
Yeah.
But they're sort of more. I don't know, there's a very slightly in my brain. There's a slight difference there, but I can't quite articulate it.
No, I tend to agree. I think that though they are alien-esque, this is the primordial Earth.
They're so ancient, and what they impart upon you is not "we are alone." It's "we are alone," and they don't even care. They do not care.
There's an author named Simon Green who does that very well. He incorporates aliens, Cthulhu beings, all kinds of stuff in there, but they're just completely terrifying. And so the humanity has to develop all kinds of means to deal with them. The Druid societies and the people with magic and just crazy stuff. But he throws every kind of genre in the business in his books.
The only one that gives a damn is Nyarlathotep.
Speaking of aliens, I found this journal. This is from when I was like 7 years old. In it is my Star Wars fan fiction.
Oh no!
That I wrote when I was 7.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can't handle the.
Speaking
cringe.
of aliens,
Oh.
here's the thing. I drew a nose on this person. I guess it freaked me out that she had no nose.
Good job.
It's truly terrible. That might be a tomorrow on Steam thing. Maybe.
Yeah, the less mentioned about some of my fanfic from about 25 years ago, the better, to be honest.
Truly painful. I went back through and I read it the other day, and oh boy, it's bad.
The middle school syndrome was very strong in those days. I mean,
All right. I was an age. I wrote a book called Snake Mountain. It's about a mountain
Sounds
of
awesome.
snakes that kill people.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
That's the plot to H.P. Lovecraft's The Mound.
There you go. And probably
Yeah.
that plane, snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
Snakes on the plane plot too.
All right, so we have a backer train going. We've got 4 minutes left. If it survives past and we go into overtime, I will drop us a link for a free PDF download. This will be for Winter's Bite, one of Steve's adventures he wrote in the last couple of years. It's really nice, one of my favorites. But we got to go into overtime first, and we got to last at least 5 minutes in overtime. That sounds about right.
Now, if you want to have a great time, watch the TV edit of Snakes on a Plane.
Oh, really?
Because they very creatively censor all of the swearing. My favorite line of that is from Sam Jackson, where he says, I've had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane because they dub it to make it match his words or the shape of his mouth. And it's
so funny.
glorious.
Yeah,
Up there with the 4x3 open mat of Zat, where you see the
Alright,
monster
we got-
snowshoes.
We got a backer in.
Oh, we got another backer in. Okay.
Hey,
So we
10
have,
minutes left.
yeah, we have officially gone into overtime. It will now run
Damn.
Till we're all dead.
12:08.
Until we are all of us dust.
That'd be fantastic.
I don't know about anybody else, but I'm actually looking forward to developing a little R&L thing because that's kind of my
Yes.
my kind of jam. Because me and Steve need to sit down and go over the fine details at some point.
Very, 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 very soon. It's actually one I was going to knock that out before I dove in.
I'm still trying to get my head about what fits inside 80 acres. You know,
Yeah.
because
A lot of
It's
For
pretty.
garden.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
it is. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Man, we did do it.
I think most of it would be like pasture. It would have
Yeah,
to be.
that's. But there are a number of buildings in there that.
Gazebos, you know,
yeah.
It's 48 gazebos.
Even then, that's a ton of space for all of them.
Can we have some of them as guardian mimics? That'd be awesome. Yeah. Just chunk.
But I think the Hofburg, I need to look to see the Hofburg is in Vienna, and its grounds are probably, it's probably not 80 acres. No. I think Vienna's or Versailles is much bigger.
Yeah. I definitely want to go to Versailles sometime just to
I've never been.
Very
go look
cool.
at the building.
It's very, very
I saw
cool.
the television series was most entertaining.
We went when my daughter and I went when she was 16. I took her to Paris and we wandered around Paris all over the place. And on our last day there, we went to Versailles, and I travel very leisurely, and she quickly adapted that. So we got up a little late, ate breakfast, meandered a little bit, got on the train, went out to Versailles, kind of got out there late. Then we wandered all over Versailles, did all of that crap. But we wanted to go to Marie Antoinette's pavilion, and it was closing at 5, and it was like, I don't know, 5 till 5 or something. So we rushed across the grounds, and just before they were closing the door, I kind of jumped into the doorway, and then the French lady was like, no, and she pushed me out and closed the door. It was really funny.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So we were thrown out of Marie Antoinette's.
Steve, this is one you can thoroughly say that you've never been thrown out of a better place than this.
That's true. That's true.
True.
They were very, very nice.
Well, it's just those are the kind of escapes that I get inspired by when it comes to landscape architecture. And if I'm going to design something like we're talking about, those are the kind of visuals I need to look at, because I don't know how big. I don't know how big the school is. I don't know how big the. I got a good idea in the library, but
if you look at go to whatever thing program you use, the Hofburg, which is in Vienna, it's where the palace, Franz Joseph's palace was. It's 60 acres. So it's a little bit bigger than that. And the gardens are huge behind it. It's absolutely beautiful back there. Let me see what Versailles is. How has our backer train been extended?
Not yet. We got 6 minutes left on it.
All right, sliding down to the end. Oh, wow. Versailles is 2,000 acres. So
Enormous, yeah.
Much bigger, much bigger.
Well, I was looking at universities, and Oxford has 22,000 students in it, and you talked like you had about 500. So I'm trying to find a school building that would house 500 students
or it's whatever. It's going to be mildly plausible feeling.
Yeah.
It's actually, I was wrong in the write-up. It's 250 to 300 students, but there's going to be another 100 or so groundskeepers. Jonic is there. He's taking the full job.
Well, then you have to put the rooms for them. Do they stay on the island? Do they have little cabins outside? Do they have dorms? That's all.
Yeah, that's in the write-up. Yeah, I'll get all of that to you.
And then a constant supply of food.
They've got.
They get some really long fishing poles and go over this edge of the cliff.
They just magic it.
Yeah, I was going to say they just create food and water every day.
Yeah. So in Arid, when you do that, when you create food and water, you take it from somewhere else. It doesn't manifest. So
there's no such thing as a free
some dude's eating his corn, and suddenly his hole's empty. He's like, what the hell?
There's
That's gotta be
there's
some
little
kind of.
A peasant child halfway across the world for
Is
the
that,
winter.
is that a rune that you inscribe on your barrel of wine to protect it from getting worked away?
so you can have it constantly recycled. It's just that you just go get the waste out of the privies and just use that as your base to recast the recreate the food.
But it doesn't
No, I'm
taste
good.
the
I'll
same.
dedicate my whole life to farming instead.
There's pasture on the island with cows and sheep.
Yeah, all that's out. So yeah.
I could see some peasants getting hot under the whatever for that, and going on a crusade and killing every single cleric in the world.
Damn cleric.
That's my backup character.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
that's
God.
a drawing I gotta.
I'm
That's a
taking your
drawing
life.
I've got to do. That's a drawing I got to do for the book. Is having some peasant with their food disappeared out of their bowl and some wizard.
So yeah, we are officially in overtime. So
For 4 more minutes.
yeah,
So we
for
got
4
3
more
minutes and 53 seconds to get another backer in and extend it another 9 minutes. I
Yeah.
also think if you just adjust your pledge, that also changes it. So
Well, now we don't want to be here all day, Stephen.
yeah, okay. Someone just know that someone Sparky was the one that
Hey!
added $1 to the pledge.
Let's go.
Ah, sweet, we got another one in.
Oh, awesome! There we
For another
go.
10 minutes.
Yeah, now we're flying like crazy.
I can't say it enough, but like, thank you all so
So,
much for
thank you
even
so
getting
much.
us this far.
That is awesome.
We're always like on to the next thing, like, ooh, next stretch goal, next thing, but like, this
Right.
rocks. The fact
No,
that
The
you're
first thing I said to Grace this morning was, "All right, Grace, as this ends, we got to do this." Speaking of which, did you get that to Monica?
yeah, it's done.
Yeah, I told her to
2:44.
wait until we were done here, though. Is that okay?
Always something new.
Always something new. It's the
Going
turn in
past
the
midnight
corner,
again.
right? Yeah. So this is fantastic. We've got freaking 6 people on
Very
there right now.
exciting.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Freaking sweet.
That's freaking sweet.
It's freaking
Freaking
sweet.
sweet.
Holy crap.
That's the only character of mine who's ever died in a game
Peter
outright.
Griffin?
I think.
What's that?
No, so it's not my character concept, but it's called The Chosen.
Okay.
Oh,
It was a 5e game, so he was
Yes.
a blood hunter because obviously that's the freaking best one.
Oh my
I had
God.
one uncommon magic item. It was my
Most
3DS that my mom
resplendent-
gave me.
obviously.
Get him a Blaine.
So Savage
you
is
talking
really
about?
trying to get
Ryan Barovia freaking sucks.
Grace.
Fucking
Someone
Swad
wants
Vonzovich, get out of my Blaine.
Savage is behind you, Grace. He's
Seriously?
wanting someone to pledge 15 grand so we can get your.
Please,
Well, we wouldn't have to pledge that. Yeah, it
Please.
would be 15. Yeah, you're right.
please, somebody do that. I want to be a witch so bad. Please.
What's it
Huh?
for?
Hey,
The,
now,
the final stretch goals, David.
so
the
even
witchcraft
well,
thing.
I shouldn't say anything.
Very,
There's-
very excited about
There's a
witchcraft.
secret place where you can find the witch if you know where to look.
Ah.
It already exists.
No, Alec, we're not going to be here till midnight tonight. There's no way. I mean, I shouldn't say that.
Better
There
be
probably is a
challenged.
way, but
Hey, refreshed. Let someone else have a train.
are you serious?
One of us. One of us.
Wow.
Seven on the back
gobble,
of train.
gooble gobble.
All right, so
Seven backers
where are we
on
at
the
here?
trade.
I'm going to
Seven
drop our
backers.
first free link. All right. So this right here
Yes, yeah.
will be for
Uh,
everyone who's
uh,
watching right now.
Backer train.
Oh my God, you
Close
guys
enough.
are wild.
Huh?
My phone.
What was that? What?
My phone.
Oh, I didn't know what was happening. It's like, what's happening?
There's a man here to see you, and he's claiming that.
There she is. Where have you been? Who are you? My name is
You watch it, right? No, there's a time and place to do this, and this is not it.
No, how it's not on.
Claire, this is your card, sir, if I may ask.
We have something open.
There we
on
go.
the
It's taken care of. I got you muted, Davis, right now so you can figure out what's going to happen.
Long.
All right, it's gone now. I don't know.
It's
Is
so
it-
funny.
You take a hammer.
At
and
least
go-
it's not foreign. Oh, Lord.
It's not what?
All right, so here comes a. I'm gonna
Another
drop-
backer on the backer train. Woo.
Oh my God, yo, you guys are going wild here.
Don't
All
you
right,
guys
so
got better to do? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What?
Please.
Yes, antagonize the supporters.
Yes, and some of us have nothing better to do.
So there's nothing better to do. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is we're going to drop this link in here. If you're watching the stream right now, you can grab it. Once the stream's over with, it'll be gone. So get it now while you can.
Wow.
All right.
Well,
It's,
dang.
and here it comes.
Oh my
Ready? Here comes the
darn.
special link. Oh goodness, there it is in the little box. Grab that while you can.
Woo!
There you go. All right.
I've got our 2022 schedule up. I'm going to delete it here in a second.
I think it's
Fantastic.
probably safe to delete.
Well, wait. How are we gonna know what we need to do?
In 2022, I don't know.
Okay, let's see what we got. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to go through it real quick. January we had to deal with the OGL stuff. I guess this was the year the OGL went haywire.
Yeah.
2022 when I was hired.
What?
22.
Oh, Steve's
When
back.
was I hired?
Do what?
How
can't
long
remember.
ago?
I can't remember now.
I don't know what year anything happened.
2022.
It's been a while.
24. Okay.
No worries, Crypt. Oh, that's right. That's one of the ones you needed. Well, there's the first PDF I owed you. That's hilarious. I owed Crypt write that PDF anyway. So there you go.
Greg, engineering crafting is going to be a whole separate book. Very, very exciting.
I
It'll be
guess,
engineering
Greg. I
villages, engineering dungeons, engineering castles. Then we have engineering
Toilets
crafting.
coming up, I think, right?
Or
Right, Davis?
de-engineering toilets if you're a troll.
What's coming up?
Engineering crafting, Davis.
Who's doing that?
You are.
Not you. Not you.
Yes, not you, Dave.
No, we were asking about engineering toilets. So you still got that on your list?
I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I guarantee you,
Gotta
Davis could
explain
do
all
a
the-
stream. I bet you money for 30 minutes he could talk to us about different toilets
Oh
throughout
yeah, you can
time.
explain gong farmers and honey dippers and
Another
Yeah.
hypothetical time.
Hypothetical time.
Man, I hate to interrupt.
Oh,
Hey,
darn
the
it.
backer on the backer train.
Oh, another one. 10 minutes left. Oh, wow. This is becoming
You
a
can do
thing. here.
engineering. You can do engineering bidets for the use of those endless decanters of endless water. Just
Oh, Steve, there's an Eric question for you. Do trolls make magic items like dwarves do?
No.
Yeah.
He said no.
no, yes.
No.
Well, so in Nang, the first troll,
Uh-oh. Here we go.
he kidnapped a dwarf
Yes.
from a village and brought him up to his not fortress. It was nothing so sophisticated, but his habitat up in a mountain, and mind controlled the dwarf to teach him how to make things of his own.
See?
Yes, Stephen.
So
Yes,
see,
Einid is the first troll. Einid is the first troll.
but it's
He's
still
one of the sentient trees, but he still needed the dwarf to do that. So the trolls can't. They don't go out.
so the answer is yes, but
he didn't
no.
do it for himself.
no, he did.
I'm not
Whatever magic, and I can't remember exactly what magic, it was just foul stuff down in his pit. Now trolls do make things, and they do create things. Not weapons, but stuff.
Corpses.
Yeah, well, I mean, so there's trolls, and then there's troll lords.
Engineering
There's
corpses.
troll lords in the world, and it does the troll lords in the world predate the company troller, so it just makes for a entertaining nomenclature. But so the troll lords are actual sentient trees who just morph into these ginormous trolls that wander around the world and are extraordinarily
Isn't that a
greedy, selfish creatures that you could define as evil, but
Right.
however you want to define it. And Einig is the first one. And I thought he enslaved more than one dwarf. Did he not? I thought it was.
I thought it
He
was
killed the whole village. He slaughtered everyone except for this,
Smith.
the blacksmith.
For the one he
who
picked, yeah.
abducted.
Yeah.
Because he was watching them
Interesting.
for a while. He didn't just attack. He stalked them.
he had a
What
plan.
magic- That's so long. What magics did he make? I don't remember him making magic so much as just making.
He had created a horn as well
Okay.
as enchanted armor and an enchanted weapon. He
Oh my
was
God.
fully decked out.
Wait,
To my memory. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Another
I
magical.
thought it was the dwarf that did that for him. But I could be mistaken. It's been a long time since, because that's in the.
You did write it. So whatever
So-
you think of.
So
That was
Manfred,
about 20 years ago.
Steve, Manfred wants to know. So you're saying trolls aren't creative? That's what's happening here?
no?
Trolls
We're
are,
not.
trolls are
They're-
obnoxious and generally stuck in a rut. Can't get
I
over very.
imagine it would be as creative as a tree. as like a
They're
sentient
tracers.
tree.
So isn't that like is that a Tolkien thing that
What's that?
trolls are trees or something like that?
No,
Not at all.
No, what happened is that
The Silmarillion, there's something like that.
Melkor took Ents and copied
Yeah,
them
they're
sort
Ents
of
and they're
and turned them
trolls.
into
Yeah.
they turned them into trolls,
Yeah.
much like they
Yeah,
ruined
that's a good point.
elves and making them
Elves
into
and made them into
orcs.
orcs, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's why they turn into stone and sunlight. You know.
Yeah.
Are there any books for
Yeah, that's a
additional
very good point.
player
There's
races?
a heavy, just for everyone out there, for Air, there is a heavy Tolkien influence. Heavy Tolkien. I am and a lot of
Story of Enang is
that
one of my favorites.
a lot of I do what Greg?
Enang's story is like it's up there with Androth for me. With one of my favorites. He's such a cool character.
He's in the A series as well.
Really?
Yes.
I noticed that there was art of him.
Yeah, Davis put him in the A series, A3 or 4.
Who?
And, Einig the troll, because he's
Oh,
settled
yeah.
up the Blacktooth Ridge and just becomes a tree again. He just roots into the tree, and there he is. And
I think
he's
he's got that picture of the art of the tree up on the hill or whatever.
Yeah, that's
The old
Einig
man
the
or whatever.
troll.
I can't remember what you called it now. But yeah. Wow, we enjoy hanging out with you guys too. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Greg says, okay, when adding that add-on to my original backing, does it just charge for the add-on price when I already paid for the initial backing? Yes. Yeah.
yes.
And Greg, I'm not 100% sure, but it should now. But if not, whenever we go to move to this survey stage, it'll allow you to fix it then too as well. So yeah, you can always make adjustments there. Question: can you give an Amazing Adventures update? Any word on the A monster book? Steve was just talking about that.
Yes. So let me open up Jason's conversation. So we're trying to do the monsters in alphabetical order. That's what he's trying to do, which is no easy task because it gets he's stuck in a cryptids right now. There's like 10 aliens and then 10 cryptids, and he's like, I'm tired of these cryptids. So what was the last stuff?
Hey, another background.
Yeah.
The cryptid, the Ozark Howler. So he's made some great progress. And on the art, we've got 2 pieces finished, and there's about 6 being worked on here soon because I'm getting far more entries than I am art. It's just a little bit longer to draw pictures than it is to write 5 paragraphs of
You can bash out any kind of bullshit in about an afternoon.
Yeah, well, and Jason's been doing it for so many years. It's just, and he's probably got half of these for his own game as it is.
Sure.
So we're going to bring in some more artists on this, but got about 6 pieces, half done, 2 pieces done, and he's probably a third of the way through writing. We're really hoping to have this written by summer, and as soon as he's done writing it, we're not going to be so concerned about having all the art done. As soon as he's done writing it, we will roll it into the production schedule and figure out what it is. Hopefully, sometime this summer, we start seeing Amazing Adventures Monster Book.
That'd be fantastic.
And that's where Davis and I will step in, and we're going to write some more adventures for Amazing Adventures. We just kind of probably follow that Free Fire Zone.
I've got an outline for a extraterrestrial scenario that I would be more than happy to pass off to you guys because I can't finish it. I don't.
You can't write.
All the pieces are there, but I can't write it.
Sure, throw it at it.
Okay.
Davis and I did that Free Fire Zone because we did it together. We started on a Monday, right, Davis? And we were done by Thursday because that's all we worked on for 4 solid days. And
that's awesome.
It was done pretty quick.
It's just a big wheel that grinds everything that comes into it. That's basically the experience. Like the goal, who you are doesn't matter. What the conflict is doesn't matter. Where you are doesn't matter. Your goal, survive? Question mark.
Questions for you. Let's see.
Yet it's fun.
Manfred asks, "The end doeth is that a Silmarillion fan fiction?" Right.
Yes.
Is the Andanuth a Silmarillion fan fiction? No.
Yes. Yeah, okay. I was just I had to put that out there. I had to put it out there.
Yeah.
No, it's.
I need to dig that out again.
It is the real history behind the world of Arid. It is definitely not a fan.
What I did, I took inspiration from Silmarillion on the title because the original title was God knows what it was, but I wanted it to actually, because it's the mythology. I didn't want it to just be the mythology of Arid or whatever. This is the story that tells the story of Arid as if you were an Aridian, as if you lived there. And it's how many books do you go when you go to the mythology section and say mythology of Earth? There's I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any books like that. But so I wanted to get away from that. And what Tolkien did with Silmarillion by naming his world history, off of the Silmarils, it was just fantastic. I thought this is the way. This is the way to approach world creation. You see that also in Davis's and Zaya. I've been trying to get him to put this stuff out for years, but I read all of this. They're not parables, Davis, but they're short stories, right? They're like 2-3 pages.
Yeah.
That spend the entire, and these would be stories that you would hear around a campfire, and that's kind of how they're set up. But when you read them, it's like is it the Poetic Edda?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the Edda's that way. It's just short tales. All of those tales in the Edda they don't give you this whole history of Asgard and Vanaheim and whatever the hell. It just
The
gives
Poetic
you,
Edda certainly doesn't.
it just gives you this is the story when Loki was eating some pig fat.
Is
or
when we
whatever.
blinded.
Yeah.
They shot what's his name, and they caused the end of the world.
Yeah, so that's a lot the way Davis's is structured.
Right.
I got a nice hardback set of those. Those are actually pretty cool.
So
Picked them up from Iceland.
Juan Cello asks, for Amazing Adventures, how many versions of the Chupacabra are you going to have?
That's up to Jason, but I'm assuming one.
Well,
let me see if
Manfred says he has a page of variants: flying, spiny, poisonous, etc. So
he's got a lot.
Hey, I have a quick question.
Does he really?
Did we ever do monstrous NPC?
Yes,
No.
I think it's in the Castle Keeper's Guide.
No,
Monstrous NPCs.
You were writing one. I don't know.
There was a
if it
book
ever-
he was writing, but I don't think we never did finish it. No.
Okay.
Hey, we got another backer on the backer train.
We
and
did.
Broke 106.
All right. Congrats. Now we have another question from Mr. Blue. This is about the Orlau. Do the Orlau have a common organization, purpose, or enemy, or are they all just doing their own thing?
The who?
What?
Orlau. I think that's
The
oh
Arnal?
wow. That's from Air. That's the summer elves or something. What are they called? Oh god, I can't.
Orlu.
Orlu.
Orlu is the boss from Elden Ring.
No, it's not the same thing.
He rips a lion off his body and he becomes like a grappling man.
What book was that in?
Orlau. Yeah.
I think I know what he's talking about. It's just not. There's several factions of elves that that are.
Their machinations are hidden even.
I was thinking that they were in
It's in the
Player's Guide to Air, the old one.
Yeah, that.
That's right, Savage.
It's in that one.
Oh no, I think he's talking about actually. I might be wrong about this. Oh no, there it is. Narratives of Alstrag, A0. Upon hearing it, the Araloo in the party, one of the true Elder Elves, placed his hand in the blue magical energy. There you go, Stephen.
All right, so that's something Davis wrote. Let me get.
Yeah, the Elven Blade Mages, or Urlau, combine magic and swordplay in a unique, stylish way. This is for the 5th edition Player's Guide to Air. So they're in the PGA.
It's a like
So
a
yeah, fifth edition, we had to put a little bit more mechanic stuff in than normally would have. But those would be the high elves for sure. Those would be the high elves.
Oh,
that
high
dwell
elves.
in and around the what is that?
You
Forest?
heard of the High Elves.
Shindale, wasn't it? Yeah, or no?
No,
That's the top
Good
playing.
one.
The Falcon Bears in and around there. Before the humans before Ungvar and all that mess, that forest was filled with elves. I shouldn't say filled. That forest had elves in it, and those would have been high elves.
Yeah, so that's what it was. They're from yeah, for sure. Let's see. And Greg, they're dark elves in the M&T, for sure. I've ran it a little bit. I actually introduced dark elves to Inclunade in the home campaign last week. They went down deep underground and ran across some, and they chose wisely to leave because I was getting ready to just throw it at them. Those were 12th level drow down there underground, or dark elves, and these guys were 5th level. They had no clue what they were up against, but they were smart. They left. I would have had fun with
Delabio
them.
asked, has a fan or third-party material ever become canon in Aired?
Don't think so. I haven't.
What the thing that Jay's working on?
Altamira would be
That would be about it, yeah, because that was a special project.
Yeah,
And that's
Altamira.
And that's part of the reason why you leave the world so empty, right, Steve? Just so people can do their own
I don't
thing.
leave vast rooms for both players and CKs to do to go in the direction.
Hey, yeah, but listen, any of you guys out there playing Air and you decide to add a town somewhere off in the east somewhere, it has to come through the Trollor offices. And we have to give it a stamp of approval.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
And every
No
time
one
you
approved
name,
fucking Blood town in the Darkenfold.
She's right.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Absolutely.
All of this. So this is what you guys got to remember. All of this is just made up bullshit. So you can say whatever you want, and it's true. At your
it's
table.
not made up, Jeremy, at all.
This is all quite given
real.
to me- it's given to me by whatever spiritual essence remains on Venus after the Gonfod. It is clearly fed to me of a reality, the existence of hundreds of millions.
It's an alternate timeline, Jeremy.
Divine mouthpiece
Yes,
for the spirit of Venus.
absolutely.
That's why the interest in aliens. Oh my god, it
It's
all
all
makes sense.
full circle. You know, it was interesting. Whenever I was on TikTok quite a bit, I got on these videos that people were making. It's clearly AI generated, but it was this weird kind of esoteric creatures living in this. Everything was weird. It was just, and I love weird stuff. I absolutely love bizarre, strange. And it was looking at these videos, and I sent quite a few to Davis. I think I sent a few to you too, Grace, but they had, everything was like in ruin, and everything was ancient and just ground down, and these strange elongated creatures moving about. And I thought this would be cool after the Gonfod. The world of Venus is destroyed. It's covered in this cloud of acid, the Venus we know today. But some of the inhabitants of Air survived the Gonfod, obviously. And how do they live all of that time? They develop technology, they magic, whatever direction it goes. But those videos were highly inspirational because the dress was very strange and alien and all of that. Very, very cool.
The town of Ensmeet, certainly. Survived the Gonfod.
Yes, and it goes from place to place. Ensmeet is that magical town that will be in many timelines, I guess.
It's like
Like
Callahan's
4
Cross
minutes
Time
left.
Saloon.
Got 4 minutes left on overtime.
4 minutes left.
Oh, man. I will be yearning for the witch, no matter what happens today. I hope we'll eventually do witchcraft.
I have always wanted to dive into that and do it properly.
Hey,
Hey!
Wow.
Thank you.
and a witch would really just be someone who like hexes people or like makes cursed objects and just like just radiates misery and makes the world worse for everyone else.
Or they're herbalists.
Eats the ends of worms, lives in a muddy pit. You know,
There's a series called Nero the Assassin. You should watch it. They had a pretty cool witch kind of concept in there. It's on Netflix.
I just played a witch for a Shadow Dark actual play over on Guild Superior, and we just had our finale last week. But playing that witch for that game is, I think, one of the most fun I've ever had with like a character at all. Eating spiders and eating other people's blood and just like nasty, awesome shit. It was really, really cool. Very, very fun gameplay.
That idea of the witch, the classic idea of the witch, is, and that's going to be the hard thing. Is it evil or is it not? Because the classic witch is evil. It's not.
well,
It's
what I love, the definitive witch in my head, is the Sam Raimi type cackling hag who's just so delighted in how awful she is and how fucked you are that she just like can't. She's like. Just like elated at just the mere thought of evil.
Old Grumble Bones from Legend.
Yeah, Muckle Bones, isn't it? Muckle Bones. I don't know.
Meg Mucklebones, played by the holographic doctor.
That's funny because I don't see witches as evil.
It depends on.
Not necessarily.
Same. Witches speak for the earth, dude. Witches speak for the ugly parts of the earth.
That's why you need to watch.
Witches are green and
if you listen to the witch.
That's why you need to watch Nero the Assassin. They cover all of that in there.
Yeah.
I figured they were just like in
Witches out here
Hamlet.
eating babies.
Well, it depends on who was writing the propaganda. So.
Whose truth do you believe?
Can we get an update on the other Kickstarters and pre-orders? I need to know if I need to make a space on my shelf sooner than later.
Sooner.
1, 2, 3.
So the Adventures Backpack
Sooner.
is back at full roar. We got it's like 100 out yesterday. We should get another 100 out today. By week's end, we should have probably well past 75% of them done. And on Friday, so I'm going up to see Davis this afternoon to get his down Hancock on the player's handbooks. And then I'll be back down here and with the pre-orders on the player's handbook, which I believe we've closed out. I'm not sure if we have or not. Should ship Friday. Cody and I are going to try to get them all out Friday. If not, we'll get most of them out Friday and the rest out on Monday. So both the pre-orders should ship and then the mugs will follow that right after. So all the pre-orders should be down in the mail by Tuesday, no later than, including the mugs. And the Adventures Backpack by Wednesday should be closed out and done.
Okay, so on witches.
No witch.
So you have the Hamlet witches, which are sort of neutral.
Yeah, they're like
You know.
fairies.
Then you have the witches from the Wizard of Oz, and you have 2 good witches and 2 bad witches.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're at extreme. Yeah, they're like extreme, almost like
yeah.
polarized.
I'm
Yeah, that's
thinking,
funny.
I
I
really
guess
feel
that's
like
my informative.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of the hedge doctors, or the hedge ladies, and the ones that deal in herbs and midwifery and all of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
I just
Really, what I'm thinking of is the primal druid. That's not really that different from a witch.
sure. Yeah, in my head, it's just which is the most
Iconic.
fun.
Yeah.
That's the most fun,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like a nasty green woman who is gonna like put a hex on you so that every time you eat soup, it's always slightly too cold or slightly too hot. Like just petty, reveling in cartoonish, stupid evil. I think is fun. It's
I can
fun.
see that from you.
No, it is. Yeah.
Both of you actually
But, like-
fit that mod. I can see where both of you like childish humor. I can see that.
So where does
What?
the witch come into this spell book thing?
Well,
That's our 120,000 goal, which
Right.
I don't know if we're gonna hit it. If
It's not a
if we have an
class.
insane backer train.
and it's not a class.
What is it?
It's a
It's
background.
It's like a set of. It's a little package of optional rules.
It's a-
to-
it's a skill bundle.
We wouldn't be publishing the witch. We would be publishing witchcraft.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Stuff that like anyone, for instance, Ren with her bottles would be an example. Like she's collecting components from beasts in certain environments and then combining them to make potions and spells, whatever.
oh, okay. That would be interesting. That would be fascinating.
Part of what
There's a-
plays into it, Davis. So here's a book on witchcraft. So it's 600,
Here's a real one.
600 pages of what it is. And when I was looking through the stuff, it goes from their types of magic to covens to their all of it. I mean, the whole thing, and it's far more involved than kind of what we look at.
Yeah.
But it not really to be a class.
Yeah.
It
If
doesn't
you
need
look
to
at, if you want modern examples, you talk to the Scandinavian Strega. They're still going strong with their belief set for centuries. They're very nature oriented. Then you have a lot of different kind of examples. It's just people that don't fit the little Hollywood stereotype.
I
Wait,
think that-
wait.
Go ahead.
What about, okay, so witches
Thank you, Winter.
are female only.
Oh
That-
Lord, here we go.
It
No.
I
depends.
didn't think so, but
And then the warlock was the
That's
equivalent.
what I was wrong with
No.
understanding is that warlock is the male term and witch
Yeah.
is the female.
I mean,
term.
that's like incubus and
for the
succubus.
same thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
for the same thing, just different terms for it.
It
Okay.
depends on the culture is the answer, because some of them have male witches, and when you start getting into like the Germanics and the Scandinavians and the Nordics and all that, they all have some of them are both male and female, some of them are just female. Then you have in like Asian cultures, it's the shamans or the shrine priests and all that kind of.
So that's where the discussion begins. And Davis, you would probably love to get into this. Jeremy would too. And I could be wrong on
You
this.
probably all
I gotta-
can.
I gotta-
Grace is losing it.
The witch, as originally conceived, is a word that I think it originates somewhere around the Renaissance period, 14 or 1500s, maybe a little bit before. And it's associated with a woman who makes a pact with Satan.
Mhm.
And I don't mean this in a general term, but in that time frame, That's what it means. A witch is someone who is evil because they've made a pact with Satan, the devil, Lucifer, whatever you want to call it. Now, fast forward, I don't know at what point, definitely by the 1960s, 100% by the 1980s, the witch is really reconceived completely into what Grace is talking about. Someone who's a steward of the earth, who's not, they're just steeped in the
It
lore.
kind of coincides with like New Age spiritualism.
Yes, but
Yeah,
before the 1600s, the witch was and still a nature being. They were people who took care of midwifery. They were people that
but that's
provided
the
herbs.
word. This is where I don't know. Is
The
word,
the original word was
that mean
where
anything?
loga. It meant wise one.
Okay, so that's where we got to start the discussion, and we got to figure out where we want it to go, and then like Jeremy said, we got to figure out it's got to be playable and fun. And that's where we don't want it to just be an evil person. Evil.
You don't want it. You don't want it to be. You don't want it to be a reskinned druid. And I would like it to be like goofy cartoon hag, but clearly we can't do that either.
There's a middle ground, I think, where everyone can be happy.
Don't we have a green hag that can pretty much do that anyway?
Yeah, correct. The hag monster.
Yeah,
we have several witches actually.
Does hexes.
Yeah.
Flies around on broomsticks. That's like the green hag specifically is like the Wicked Witch kind of.
Yeah.
We got another on the back of train. We got 15 people on the back of train.
Heavens.
Let's go.
That's craziness.
So it would be a book of witchcraft, which would be, so we'd have to figure out blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Herbs, nature spirits, talking to plants, they're in a way, it depends on what culture you follow. Some of them, like if you go into the Eastern cultures, they're basically people that talk to spirits. They remove, they either can curse areas or they can sit there and they can remove curses.
Here's an idea. They could bridge the gap between the magic user and the cleric.
Yep.
I like that. That's cool.
Okay.
Pulling in elements they could be a healer class that isn't a warrior with a hammer. Well, I'm not talking about class. I'm talking about a concept that isn't a plate wielding fighter in armor with spells, but someone who just does like healing magic. Hedge magic. Yeah. I read a lot of stories about what they call a character who's a kitchen witch who does all the little like household magic, the cooking,
little cantrips,
some herbal spells, all of that kind of or herbal magic, making potions, making little curatives, poultices, all of that kind of stuff.
For the book of like monster race options that I've been working on for 7 million years. Literally since before I got hired, they were like, make this. And I was like, okay. And I'm still working on it when I get time. Because there's repeated reference in Monsters and Treasures for the different humanoid archetypes to a shaman type.
Right.
And so, but it's not consistent across the board as to what that means. So I kind of had to piece these together and make like an exclusive class for these guys, but it's very minimal.
Yeah.
And basically what it was is just like a dumping bag of some like less flashy wizard spells.
Yeah.
And some sort of naturalistic druid spell. It's just a mix of that. Yeah. But their casting caps out very quickly. I don't think they can cast spells higher than 5th level.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah. And then just do weird, they just curse people.
a lot of that stuff, not the spell stuff, but the other stuff, they can certainly just take it out of the crafting book and build their own. Because I'll have backgrounds for naturalists in there and the alchemists and all that, so they could certainly do their own that way too as well. Or take, it'd be really cool to take one of the hag classes and then develop that out. One of the hag creatures. Develop it out as that would be more of an NPC thing though, not as a class.
I'd love to play a hag. I would fucking love.
I can see you playing a hag. Dude, I can see you doing that.
Yeah. No, do you know what would be an awesome party? A group of hags. That would be awesome.
You'd be like palpably evil, but yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have like iron teeth and just like.
That would be interesting. I think you should cosplay as a hag one night. You should come on the game.
That's what would be nice.
You're baking your gingerbread house,
Gingerbread.
Davis be right on board with the concept behind a series called Overlord.
That would be funny.
Where they're all playing like different types of monstrosities.
I can't believe
That
this
would be
thing
a
has went
fun
this
party,
far.
though. Actually,
That make for a
well,
great like
yeah.
stream game.
yeah.
That would be kind of cool. We definitely ought to try to plan somewhere down the road to at least do one. I really was thinking last night when we were having so much fun. I kind of wish we were all dressed up in a way. That would be kind of neat to do it once.
No,
you know.
I'm not doing.
Oh, you'd be fine.
Been there,
The
done that.
Charisma Cats were awesome about that. They would always dress up as their characters. It was. So
I
much
know.
fun.
I used to
I
love
think it
watching
would
that.
be. I think it would be awesome. I've long bothered my brother about us, like, but it's just no one really wants to do it. 1, 2, it's like dumping a whole lot of money into it. And I tried one year. Everyone has to dress up as a crusader for the conventions. You know,
I've got the stuff for it. I've got the stuff for it.
Yeah, hey, Jeremy's already way ahead of us. He's got a whole set. He's ready to go.
Reenactor here. I can find that stuff anywhere.
There you go.
yeah, it's,
The best game I've ever been involved in is with a bunch of Ren Fair people. Because if you want to see people theatrical, it's that one.
4 minutes remaining. Packer kit.
15
I
people
train-
riding the train
I've
with
got
us.
it.
You
I've
want us
got
to
it.
keep?
So the witch, you combine the arcane and the cleric. Instead of acidic bolt, you get a healing arrow,
Yeah.
and you can.
That's cool.
You can do that.
I think
You
it'd
can
be
do that,
sorta cool, though.
Davis. You can
You're
do that
like,
in the crafting book. You just got to change out the actual what you're using
You just
to make the spell.
turn the change the description of a given spell. It's not, the warrior priest already does something similar where they can
Yeah.
do like healing magic at range,
Yeah.
like once a day or whatever.
Well, I mean, like as far as like actually using a monster component to change the effect of what you're making. Yeah,
you got
so-
your wand of unicorn horn and you're just zapping people with.
A
new
subscriber.
Prepare
for
battle.
The spider climb. I don't know if it does anymore, but the spider climb spell used to require you eat a live
Steve,
spider.
where'd you go?
A new
subscriber.
Prepare
And,
for battle.
We had a wizard in our party.
Oh, let's thank
who
you
could
so
not
much.
find a spider, but he turned over a rock and he found a cricket, and he was like,
A
"Take
new
the cricket," and he gave
subscriber.
him a jump instead of a
Prepare for
spider.
battle.
Oh,
That's
that's
cool.
a good. That's good.
That is awesome.
Okay, we got less than 3 minutes left now.
A new
Don't let him eat
subscriber.
us.
Prepare
Hey,
for battle.
I gotta. If you want to hear us keep talking about nonsense,
A new
and
subscriber.
keep
Prepare for
back in it,
battle.
and you want to get in,
Yeah.
you want
Now-
to back this project. Now's the time. You got 2 minutes and 35 seconds left.
Yeah.
When I was playing my witch in Shadow Dark, I wrote a
Hey,
list of like, "Hey, let's go!
thank you.
10 more minutes." I wrote a list of like not spells but like tricks, and these have like no mechanical benefit. It's all
Mhm.
role play, but eating a spider was one of her tricks to think
Yeah.
clearly.
Hmm. That's good.
I imagine it would like it just the
Yeah.
jump of like
Yeah,
adrenaline of eating
the-
a live spider.
The witch occupies a conceptual space where you can just crank the esoterica all the way up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Be like,
so
okay, I
awesome.
need this to be as weird,
As ridiculous as possible.
as ridiculous and weird as the scaffolding of this game can possibly support.
Okay, so that's in. Okay, so Jeremy. Okay, no, that's okay. The two you were. So I'm seeing something come together here. So the weird, the witch, the freaking toads, and the freaking whatever thing. So
Yeah.
for the witch to enact certain spells, right? She can take on the abilities of the cricket jump if she eats a cricket,
Yeah.
a salamander. And she has to eat all these crazy weird insects, and she can take on parts. Some ability from those insects.
When I eat this cockroach, I shall be immune to the nuclear blast.
There's a series I'm following where the witches absorb like evil from the environment.
Oh,
One of them
no,
sprouts
Jeremy, we're
mushrooms
going to
and
do
she
that. Okay, Grace, you have to do, you and Jeremy, okay, are going to have to put
Bug-
something together.
bug eater.
I'm on
Minimally,
it. I'm there. I'm so there.
minimally with beetles, okay?
Oh
The
yeah,
ironclad beetle. I was going on a
Ironclad
sale about
beetle.
ironclad beetle before.
yeah. Ironclad beetles are great.
Yeah.
Dung beetle.
Or
What's the
whatever.
beetle that does the puff of smoke?
Oh, that's a bombardier beetle.
Bombardier beetle.
stink bombs or stink bugs. There you go.
I'll be right back.
I don't know. I think that's okay. I think that's a great idea, Jeremy. That's a really good idea. It's
Yeah,
fun. I don't know if it's a good idea.
fun. The hot swapping out like spell components is kind of tough to adjudicate in a book. That's more something like in
Yeah.
the moment, because you don't want to like a menu of
No.
substitutions for every spell, especially if there's 1,000 goddamn spells.
Oh yeah, no. I don't know, but I think it's a good. I think that's a fun idea. And then like, so you could be like, you don't need a spell component. All you need is an insect. So you could be anywhere and you just find an
Sure.
insect and
Yeah, for those
you know.
specific instances.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have the specific,
Yeah.
specific effect you want, or whatever you want to have.
Right. That was sort
Right.
of unique because it was Spider Climb, which is a spell that emulates an
Yeah.
insect. The insect substitution.
Right.
Is like what spells kind of close.
Yeah. I went through and pulled everything I could out of all of our books. I'm gonna have to go back through them though, because since I did that, we came out with a new M&T of Arid, so I need to go back through that one and the new M&T and see if there's anything been changed. But I made a list of every possible references that was in the monsters about components from them doing this or that, right? Because I thought it would be kind of clever to match all that up. But I need to go back there and look at that. 'Cause there has been a lot of changes. So
Well, you shouldn't just limit yourself to like monster parts.
I can't. Is that you, Davis? I can't. Let me look at this.
Yeah.
oh shit, that's my computer just overheated.
All right.
I'll clock out.
You're good.
You're good.
I got changes I can make on my end.
Yeah.
Let me
You
fix
should-
it here.
I would
can do it this
recommend
time.
kind of going beyond just monster parts because using monster parts for shit is really cool.
Well, I've got
Um,
monster parts, but then we've got components, which can be a bevy of things, right?
It
then
could
I've
be-
also
yeah,
got-
it could be
Then I've got NPC parts
Sure.
as well. You know, like elven ears and that kind of stuff. You know.
sure, but it shouldn't all just be like carving stuff off of the living.
No, there's recipes,
Be
and
like
you have to add
The
other stuff to it.
handkerchief of a princess or something like weird.
I see what you're saying. Some myth stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of, not myth.
Left-handed
Yeah, I know what
magnifying
you're
glass.
Left
a shelf stretcher. All right.
I mean, you use a runcible spoon to stir things. I mean,
All right, Davis, you're good. You're good to go, buddy. Good deal.
Okay.
No need there.
a grain of sand from some distant moon.
well, sometimes it's when you're wanting to do things with herbology, it's when it's grown, whether it's under a full moon, where it's grown. You
Yeah.
know, all that kind of stuff can be factored in.
You
Oh.
can get as
Thank you,
as
Coop.
granular as.
Spot on.
We're at 17 now on the backer train, thanks to Coop Waffles. Thank you very much, sir.
What an
Yeah.
animal!
Appreciate that.
Killer.
I actually can see as the pledges come in. I can see.
Steven, I gotta show you
everything on
something.
it.
Hold on.
It's pretty neat.
I gotta go find it.
I found where you asked me to rewrite the spells several years ago. I'm gonna delete this file because you took me off the project. I was making them so concise.
Oh, really,
I mean,
Coop?
you already know-
Interesting.
You already know my idea, Dave, is to make everything about 16 pages long. Strip all-
Yeah, no, I just shit. Hold on.
What?
Okay, no, my computer's fucking up. I don't know.
What do you got?
This is
What-
one of the.
What is it?
This is one of the most boring books I've ever read.
What is it?
Really?
What is it?
Yeah,
I can't see it from there. It's too small.
The Carnelian Cube is what it's
yeah.
I have not read that.
Elsbreg de Camp.
Oh, Elsbreg. What,
And
what,
Fletcher-
you
and
don't like
Fletcher
it?
Pratt. You'd think with
Oh,
So just so people know out there,
Yeah.
I read a lot. I probably read, I don't know, maybe a book a week. I don't know. I read quite a bit. And Jeremy has become a font of books to read.
I know a lot of stupid books.
Well, but you
You do.
also you find interesting titles like I bought over the weekend. The Daughter of the Sioux.
The Daughter of the Sioux. I've not read that one, to be clear. So
Yeah, but it looks cool. I found the
Yeah.
1903 version of it. I thought I'll get this one because it was,
Yeah.
it was all battered to death and beaten to death. So it's en route.
So it's going to fit on your shelf perfectly since it's
Perfect.
ancient.
Oh wow! Here's the Carnelian Cube for $200.
is it that what?
That's the hardcover. Holy
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, I'll be getting the PDF on that shit. Ain't no
so
way.
it is punishingly dull.
I
But-
said, "Drag the camp."
But Gary indicated that this was the source of that item.
Is it in
It
Appendix
works,
N?
It works the same way. Yeah, it's in Appendix N. This
Is it?
mentioned
That's
by
why
name.
you've read it. Then that makes complete
Yeah,
sense.
it's all of it's garbage.
Yeah, no, Jeremy lives on that list. He sits on it
All
like
right,
a big
well, I gotta
beast.
buy this.
It's-
I got it.
I don't. I don't want you to take this as Jeremy recommended a bad book because I'm not recommending it.
Oh,
You're just saying that it's
Burn-
not in depth.
Burn Witch Burn or whatever that was. That was really good.
Creep Shadow Creep. The sequel's Burn Witch Burn, which I haven't read yet.
Yeah, that was good.
Burn Witch Burn.
Was that the name of it?
It sounds
Creep
like something
Shadow
we were
Creep
talking about
is-
earlier.
Or no, it is
Witch
Burn Witch Burn because the sequel's Creep Shadow Creep.
Is it?
It's good.
Burn Witch Burn.
Man, I don't think I can pay. I found $115 one. That's.
I don't think it's
That's a
quite-
novel,
it's
not
worth
a
that.
movie.
Well, what that means is it came out in a very limited edition back in whenever. Because this, even looking at the cover of this book, it's probably 50s out.
Who?
Yeah, like, this was never re-released. Yeah.
Hey,
There's a paperback version and a hardcover version. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is Coop.
The,
That's why we did it. Question for you,
If you
Jeremy.
go ahead.
Not to interrupt, but this
For
Burn Witch Burn. What's the author's name? Because I'm coming up with so many different things here.
Let me go. I think it might just be Burn Witch.
No, it's Burn Witch Burn.
Sure.
So who wrote
name-
these?
I'm blanking.
Is
on
it
his name
Merritt?
right now.
Is it Merritt?
Yeah, Abraham Merritt. Yeah, it's Abraham. Merritt.
Okay, because I found one here, but that looks old.
Abraham,
real old.
Abraham Merritt was like a Lovecraft contemporary. I think he was a little bit sooner.
Oh, okay. So
But
what's the predecessor to this?
the predecessor to what?
To this Burn Witch Burn. You said it was a
Burn Witch Burn. Burn Witch Burn is the first book. The sequel is sequel. I haven't read it. I don't know if it's actually a follow up. It's called Creep Shadow Creep.
Creep Shadow Creep. So sort of similar
Yes.
type of naming.
Similar title, same author. I think some of the same characters.
Yeah, you're right. Burn Witch.
All right, here I'm gonna quiz. I just grabbed some random books from my shelf for Jeremy and Stephen.
All right.
Burn the Witch.
Conan the Barber.
That is a German version. Of
That is awesome.
That's a German comic book. The Drawing Dark by Tim Powers.
Not really.
I don't know that one.
I'll put some of these aside if you're interested in reading
Okay.
them.
So to let everyone know, those bookshelves behind Davis are deceptive. There's a lot of books on them. He put all his books on there, and then when he was in Connecticut, I went into the garage where the rest of his books were stacked, and I put double and triple rows behind them. So
Are you kidding? Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me. So it's like books deep, right?
it's books deep.
Yeah.
I found that out the other day while looking for my passport because I figured I hidden it, and I was like,
Oh my God. What is this shit back here? There's a whole no row of books. Oh, I forgot about this book. Hey, Steve, look at this book I just found. He's calling you on the phone.
But let me tell you, there's some gems in that stuff. There's some really, really good gems.
I even got a Dragonlance.
Oh, look at that.
I couldn't finish those books. I was way too old by the time I got around to them.
I read the first three.
Swirls.
I've never read.
I am pro Lynn Carter.
Yeah,
I quite enjoy him.
I have a couple of Lynn Carters.
Who?
Lynn
Oh,
Carter.
Lynn Carter.
Thongor, the Thongor books.
Yeah.
Angor of Lemuria and
Yeah, Lemuria.
the World's End, the Gondaway or whatever.
They're just good fast fiction. Right?
Yes. We've got less than 3 minutes left on this backer train, though. So if you want to hear us keep talking about books that nobody cares about anymore,
I really wish authors would go back to the 90 and 120 page books.
I agree. Yeah.
One piece books.
Yeah, if I could read the book in like the whole of a Sunday afternoon, that's the perfect length.
Yes, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I've gotten to where I'm doing that a lot on these smaller, but I just sit down and read it in a day.
Lightning's Daughter.
Oh, I've not seen that.
I've read that one. I read that a long
Vegas
time
has
ago.
tons of these old books.
1968 Best of Sci-Fi.
Okay. All right.
Used to get that kind of stuff free at conventions.
Thank you, Groton Rich.
Oh, you know what?
Rick Loveday 72 has a question.
I'd love to
Let's
hear
hear it, Rick. Everyone gets the same mic. Not about this. Nice.
Not about this. That's awesome.
There's a couple interesting ones that I got.
Me too, Natural 20. I used to sign up, unsign, and sign up and unsign.
Yeah.
The Best of Stanley G. Weinbaum. This is a guy who exploded onto the sci-fi scene in like the 20s. He wrote for a single year and then he died. But
Oh, really?
everything he wrote was solid gold.
Oh, wow.
So this is a collection of his short stories. He also wrote one novel that I haven't read. But like he was the first to do. He was like one of the first guys to be like, aliens should be really weird, and that was like a revolutionary idea at the time. Like he had like a synthetic life form, like a silica based life form in one of his stories, and he was talking about like the origin of species on like extraterrestrial worlds, and like really kind of he was talking about like climate engineering, like pretty advanced stuff for the 20s. And he was just some guy who just was like a machine putting out all these stories. So this I highly recommend.
That's interesting. Hey, Rick Loveday, we cannot. Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro owns all of Greyhawk, so we could not put a box set down, even as a tribute. You can go so far as to call it, I think, change the name a little bit, but we can. Sadly, because Greyhawk is a fantastic set.
But we do have
dozens and dozens of these compilations, the short stories, the best of. I mean, I have dozens and dozens of these.
You used to buy all of that stuff.
I used to get them free at conventions, man.
Wait, Chuck has.
I was just going to point out, though. I was just going to point out that we are going to be doing the second part of the Castle Zagig castle coming up in April, and that is pretty much Castle Greyhawk.
It is Castle Greyhawk, yes.
Yeah. So there's that. There's ways. Right?
There's ways.
I've not read this one, but its cover is awesome. Look at that.
What is that called? I can't see it. They're like a tiny window for me. I can't see it.
Flame Winds, Norval W. Page. Although here's the tell: if they mention Conan on the cover and it has nothing to do with him, it's probably not a very good book.
That's the tale.
Henry Harrison.
Oh yeah, I've read a bunch of those.
There we go.
Here's an interesting random quote from Harry Harrison in one of his never mind. I'll see.
It's like I better not.
Rich, if you're watching,
this
thank
one,
you very much.
Which is great. Imaro by Charles Saunders. This is African sword and sorcery, which is very, very. It's just super different, and there's like 4 of them, and they're really, really, really well done.
Different cultural tangents.
Yeah. And what's kind of neat about it is that he's dropping Swahili and East African language throughout it. You start to learn it as you go.
That's cool.
Until it's like English and Swahili about near the end, and you're following it perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Jeremy, Natural 20 Games has a question I think you should address directly since you are balls deep in it. Is this Castle Zagig, is this the goofy Castle Greyhawk or the serious Castle Greyhawk?
So that's we have toiled over this considerably because there's multiple versions of this spanning over 50 years. What we have devised to do, what I have devised to do is I have looked at the levels that were already done under Gary's supervision. So that's the Mouths of Madness, the Castle Precincts, the Fortress, the East Wall, and the storerooms. Looked at all of that. I've identified the tone, and we have notes from Gary that explain what he wanted. It is funny, sporadically, and very darkly. It is a sort of cruel, menacing humor.
But it's not like that original they put out. It was kind of goofy. You remember the one?
No, it's not like the TSR product. It's because what Gary really wanted was an environment that was logically internally consistent, that had an ecology that could support itself. He was really, really interested in ecology, both as evidenced by his work on his TSR modules, but also as he kind of proceeded in his career. I think the more internally consistent and believable world was one that he valued more. So it's not really going to be like White Plume Mountain or anything like that. It's where it's just like total nonsense. Even though White Plume Mountain plays it fairly straight, even though it's throwing crazy stuff at you. I think the rule that we followed is there's really only about one like objectively very silly thing per level. But anything that is very silly is also extremely, extremely menacing. I likened it when I've explained it to the other writers, and this is going to sound very weird. I've likened it to the Naked Gun, where in the Naked Gun is a gag a second, but in the Naked Gun, the most ridiculous things will happen, but they will never wink. they will never show any indication internally that it's funny. So
Oh, I
they're
see.
Yeah.
deathly serious. Leslie Nielsen is deathly serious delivering absurd lines of dialogue.
No, that's true.
Being
They
a
act very serious
total
about it
buffoon.
for sure.
And
100%.
you know, those the Zuckers were from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and that's just such like Midwestern humor is like anything for a laugh, but when it's played so straight, you're using a level and a T-square. That I think is much more impactful, especially when it's used very strategically. So it'll just be like wandering dark, dismal corridors of hellish monsters and you know these cruel, sadistic traps. And then every once in a while there'll be something where there's just this spike of comedy. I can't say much, but like for example, there is and Gary said he wanted it in there. It's in the original notes and it's in his manifest. Somewhere in there is what he describes as the Giants bowling alley, which I can only assume is that they capture people, line them up, and hurl boulders at them.
Probably.
Which is funny, but it wouldn't be funny if it was happening to you.
No, well, I think I told you when I did. I
It's
could have
good.
sworn in the
106.47. 2 minutes left.
I may be
Is
wrong.
Dakota? Dakota's doing your shipping, though I think he's binding books at the moment, right?
I am binding books at the moment.
We only have 2 minutes left.
2
Oh
minutes.
no.
You want to hear us
Oh,
ramble
no.
about nonsense?
2 minutes and then we can go back to working.
2 minutes and then we'll go back to work.
Yeah, Dakota wants to point out all of us are just sitting around yammering.
Where were
I
you?
am
Where were
working.
you, Dakota, the last week and a half? Huh?
Yeah.
I was on a foreign diplomatic mission to Poland.
There you go. That's awesome. That's great.
Some of us are working. We're just doing two things at once.
What's that game you play with the stick and the net at the end of the stick and you're throwing the ball?
We got
Natural
100
20.
seconds left, everybody.
Damn.
I can't tell if Jeremy's
Down to the
joking.
wire.
Cryptide, it's hard to tell whether he is or not lots of times. He's very good deadpan to him.
Diplomatic mission to Alvaro.
Yeah. But what I was going to say, I don't even know what I was in the middle of saying. It doesn't really matter, I guess.
90 seconds.
We were talking about Zagging. Hey!
Hey, let's
We were talking
go.
about zagging.
We were talking about Zagging. I was talking about like the Naked Gun and like comedy played as straight as
Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's right. Yeah, it was just so
Yeah,
deadpan.
like Michael Caine with the Muppets. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Greg
Perfect
Ray,
Peter.
probably.
Perfect encapsulation of the
Love,
idea.
love that movie. I mean, it's a great movie.
It's great. It's great.
That's
he's
what
wrapped
he-
himself in darkness.
That's what he said. I mean, that's what the actor said. These guys are thespians, and you need to treat them with respect.
Greg, yes, Peter is a vampire. We've all determined he's either a vampire or a lich, one of the two. He
It's only
says
like
he's
7
in a
o'clock
different
there.
time zone and it's dark over there, but I'm pretty sure
yeah,
he's
it's
he's
like 7
underground.
o'clock
We
here,
think he's
so-
in a tomb. He's not going to admit to it. He's not going to admit to it.
It
but
was
we-
daylight when I started. I mean, come on.
He's not fooling us.
Question from
When
Coop.
was that on Friday?
Castle Zagging stretch goal, original Zagging release is PDF. Oh,
I
he's
don't know how
suggesting.
usable that would be.
I guess he's suggesting that might be something we could do.
Would be very challenging to wield effectively.
I gotta pick
Yeah.
up that Friday back up.
Tell him, Wolf.
It's been tough because I haven't been able to host streams.
Yeah, people have been upset about that. They want to see trouble more.
I know, I missed it too.
I miss having a dog. I mean, so can't have
Thank
one
you,
here.
Ryan, whoever you are. Appreciate that. He was the last person that backed.
Woo, woo, woo.
Where are we sitting at on it now? 8 minutes left. 8 minutes. You know, I was thinking about something, Jeremy. This is odd, but I hadn't thought about this. But when we do the crowdfunding for the Castle Zai gig, we should probably have some Q&As for people, you know, that are experienced in the older stuff and want to ask questions like that again, and have some streams where they can come on and ask you some stuff like that. Because I can't speak
We
for
are
anybody else,
able
but I
to
couldn't reply
talk
like you
about
did.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking even more later on, you know, because
This is all my interpretation of this stuff.
who's
like,
who's writing it? Okay,
Well, there's a team right now, but
but you're
I'm
over
doing
top.
the
You're
final
managing,
test, and I-
right? So
yeah, and
therefore,
I did level 2. I did the deep sellers. I did a full right on that.
yeah. What's your favorite thing about the deep sellers?
The
you
weird
mentioned some-
stuff you can find in it. No, actually, it's the. This was Nick's idea. Is the there's a chamber called the Vault of Ridicule, which is just like busts of Zagging on plinths
Oh yeah.
that just hurl very childish insults at you. That's all they do.
Yeah.
What do you
That would
mean
be-
by
that's very
childish?
typical Gary.
Giving-
But then Nick's idea was that there's another chamber called the Chamber of Valuable Insight, which when
Okay.
you go into warps you back to that chamber where they just continue to throw more insults at you.
Oh, that's beautiful. But I like that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
that fits very well.
Billard, yes, I think me and Steve talked about it, and he was on board with me. I think that's what we're going to do. We're pretty much going to let people who missed out originally, they can pledge for this one if they want to get the first part. I think we're going to try and work that in the add-on, so they can absolutely do that if they want to. Sure, because we've had a lot of people that missed out on the original Kickstarter.
Manfred, I don't know. I haven't gotten that deep yet. Keep forgetting that that's in there.
To go full, to return to something earlier, Grace, you are 100% right, and I was wrong.
Oh.
The Einig troll can create. The dwarf did teach him to create. And he filled his vaults with all manner of treasures, and he taught he taught the other sentient trolls to do as well.
Wow! So you better back up, Mister, a whole bunch.
Right. You know it's funny because I had forgotten. I knew that he had enslaved the dwarves, but I in my memory he was making the dwarves do it. But that actually makes more sense. And what's funny about that, I think my knee-jerk reaction is anytime someone asks me a question at the table, I'm just like, no, until I can figure out why I'm trying to be tricked. I'm trying to get one over on me.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
I think that's my fault.
I love that about Ineng so much because it felt like a kind of foreshadowing to the partnership, if you can call it that, between Dolgan and Unklar, who for so long worked together to create the Mogrel, right?
Right.
All kinds of stuff.
Or the Ungern.
The Ungern, the Mogrel.
Whatever they mean.
There's a bunch of stuff that was made out of the pits.
All of it, yeah.
The zigzags,
Was he involved in the low bane as well?
The turtlenecks, the cantaloupes.
Yes.
The low bane as well, yeah.
The Flowbane are just orcs that are highly and over time. They're very highly organized.
Right, but they were birthed from the pits, though, right?
I don't think so.
I think they were weaponized. Yeah, they were built in the pits. I thought for war.
The orcs come from the Marl, but I'd have to look into the mythology of that too.
Yeah.
Into the tales that surround it. But Dolgon, he created all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite part of Einig's story is the ending of it, when he's just so tired and he's weighed down by lifetimes of evil, and he goes to the Avician Ridge, and he just stops. He can't move anymore. I'm just tired to move anymore. And he slowly, fuses with the earth, becoming a tree again, essentially.
Yeah. None of it helped him, really, in the end.
And I love that. I can't remember who said, the wizard or someone says to him, "How now, old troll?" I'm just waiting. In about 10 more years, I'm going to go visit Davis, and I'm going to go, "How now, old troll?"
Oh, now,
Jeremy Andre says, "I have many questions."
That's a good thing.
He says, "I have many questions on the Sun Circle and the red gray binders, and once I get answers, I know I'll have more questions." See,
this is what worries me because they say things like that, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
See, that's why we're going to have to get you on the stream to take all the questions. Farkas talks Gygax. Just think about it.
So here's what you need to understand: there's hundreds of pages. There's so much. There's so much material.
Steve, good question here from Mike.
One.
Oh wow.
2, 3.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Whatever it's
So Mike Olson asks, "Does the Troll Lords have the rights to reprint Gary Gygax's novels? If so, is that being considered?"
Yes, that's actually that's one of the problems that I haven't even brought up to the team yet. I'm going to talk to Davis about it just in the next day or so when we get up there. Those are the Gord novels, and we need to start moving on the Gord novels. But our schedule is so very, very crowded. We got to figure out where, when, and how we want to do it. We need to get with Luke Gygax and talk. He's very excited about that, the Gord novels as well.
Do we want new covers, Steve?
Yeah, they definitely need new covers, new binding, the whole 9 yards. I got a very good idea of what I want to do with the binding and the paper. It's just, and the art, yeah, for sure. I'd even like to do, I don't know if we got time, but I'd love to do like they used to, little sketches before each chapter. I think that would be very cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I like those.
2-minute warning.
But but it really is fitting it into the schedule because we still got Holy Many Pain to get out. It's a lot of stuff, which is good. It's a good problem to have.
2 minutes left.
117 seconds.
There you go.
Hey, so
For
since we're all here,
all.
we can just carry on like we can do Monday's game early. We just carry on.
No.
9 minutes. We got another.
Hey.
Woo, woo, woo.
I gotta.
Yeah, Coop. But yeah, I was just giving Manfred a hard time about that. I'm a hardcore Gamma World fan. So
Hey, 21 on the back of train.
Wow.
21. That's craziness. That is
We are
good.
really kind of approaching that 110 goal.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
You know what Davis, you know
It's
what I
in
just
molds.
realized? We didn't give those pigs any food. Like there's no feed
What?
there.
What pigs?
I know,
What in the hell are you talking about?
No, so this is my assumption. This is
What?
my base assumption. Is it everything that dies nearby gets thrown in there?
Okay, that would track.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because pigs
What,
will
are
eat
y'all-
anything.
what pigs are you talking about? Am I missing something?
There's a room
Oh, in ZZ. Okay. I thought
in
you were talking
Castle
real life. I
Zaggy.
thought, what?
that had a very odd encounter in it. And
Okay.
it was sort of Davis and I put our heads together to figure out what reason on heaven or earth these things would be in that room. And we came up with a pretty okay one.
Yeah.
I like it. I like your description of it. I really like your description is really evocative. It's good.
Yeah.
Which got me to think. That's why I asked you that question later of whether or not we should
Master Blaster.
Do the
shoot
long-
for presentation, Rice. Yeah.
And that's tough because it's what's enjoyable versus what's handy at the table.
Yeah.
And both of those things I value extremely highly. I don't know there's a good way to do both at once.
So my only thinking on that was this: is you take like the pigs thing for example, because we used to do that. We would describe the room, right?
Yeah.
And that helps create the ambiance, the mood, the feel,
Sure.
everything, and it makes it easy to read. But then you showed me, who was it that went to the modules you told me to check out?
Yeah, the OSE stuff, I think.
Yeah. So, but that's too bare bones almost in a way. So I was thinking a combination of where you have the text that's read out loud
Sure.
to the characters, and then you literally bare bones the rest of it for the.
Sure,
Okay.
that would be good. Because like the value, in addition to like setting ambiance and tone, the value of that descriptive text is if I don't have the energy to bullshit through what's in a room,
Exactly.
I've got it right here.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to come up with what it looks like, and if I describe everything with a fairly even level of detail, it obfuscates what the menace is very, very effectively. It's like, okay, what part of this is the part I should be worried about? And it sort of instills everything with a sort of even sense of dread, which I think is appropriate for something like Zagig.
Yes.
Waltzing down the street in the city, probably not. But for the really tense environmental exploration.
Yeah. But that would save, I think that combo would save the CK from having to dig through a paragraph.
For the essentials, definitely.
For the essentials.
Well,
You know.
something that Jeff did when he wrote his levels and that I've sort of carried over is that he bolds and makes really, really obvious key information.
Yeah.
If the door is locked, he formatted it so that it's in all big text, bright black or really thick black lines. This room is locked, and that's the first thing that you learn when you look at the page. This room is locked, and then there's the guts for how it works. Or there's a secret door, or there's a key, or whatever.
The trick is trying to maintain that formatting when you're pulling it through a Word file into InDesign, because sometimes it'll disappear, which is really frustrating. You have to go back and find it.
I hadn't thought about that, John. I was sitting there talking to Manfred in chat. I might run a Patreon game that's Amazing Adventures, that like Gamma World, like I was running for my guys here. That would be cool.
You could run that in your sleep. Yeah, do that.
I know, that would be awesome. Hey, I can do we'll do Hyrule Journey.
Hyrule Journey.
That'd be freaking
Man,
awesome.
if
We were
it-
just sitting
man.
there talking about it. He said the
I don't
Kindle version's
particularly-
fixed. I think now I can
Man,
get it.
licensed properties. For me, that's like the top of
It's
the heap,
great, man.
Is
This
Heroes Journey. If we could get
oh my
that,
god.
it
Oh
wouldn't
my
do
god,
well,
I would go ape
but
shit.
it'd
Oh
be
my
so-
god.
it'd be so much fun.
Oh.
Like,
Okay, you know what would be fun? Okay,
What?
so you and Steve are reading all these old books. You got all this,
Yeah.
whatever. Now a lot of those properties, ideas, or whatever are just out there in the ether, somewhere else and somewhere. We just go and find these guys and say, "Hey, can we use yours to produce as like a 32-page like adventure based on that?"
That would be awesome. We've done a little bit of that. We put a ton of work into tracking down. I'm not going to say who. We took a ton of work into. We put a ton of work into tracking down somebody who owned some stuff that we wanted to use.
Right.
And
oh my
there's a pretty
gosh.
consistent pattern where they're like, "Well, I'm talking to these other people, and
Right.
you know, they think they're sitting on
billions of dollars
more than they probably actually are."
Yeah.
No, Jib, that's what we were talking about. I can't get it on Kindle. I have to read on Kindle now. My eyes won't work. But the USA version's not been working. But Manfred said, I reckon he got it. So I'm going to go back and look tonight because I bought the other two on pre-order when they came out on Kindle. But I've read them twice now. I mean, I had the books, but I can't read them no more. They're just, I can't do it, man. My eyes will not let me read faded gold colored paper. It looks literally like
I've
scrolls.
got all my reading.
Yeah,
I've got all
right
my
there.
reading on here now. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I have to do. I can't do it no more. Steve thinks I'm
This
crazy.
is like
but
a.
I can't
It's not a
read
Kindle.
that
It's
shit.
a tablet, so it's easier.
You want to know
I
something
can't.
very sad?
Oh, I don't use a Kindle either anymore. Mine died a long time ago.
They're officially retiring the mass market paperback format.
Yeah,
Are they really?
Yeah, because people don't buy them.
Yeah.
Well, no,
People
I
don't
can't
buy 'em, so
imagine.
they're not making them anymore.
Yeah, Hyra's answer, right?
Yeah, the purchase rate on these has cratered to near nothing.
A lot of what I read is only going digital only these days. Is
Well, sure, that's because that's like the convenience of the mass market is I can fit it in my pocket, I can take it wherever I want. But if I have a phone, I can have infinite numbers of these.
And that's what I have.
Serves
It's
the same.
in
serves
fact,
the same function.
the only books I'm pretty much keeping outside of gaming material is stuff that you can't get on Kindle or electronic published or whatever. Honestly, because some old history books and stuff, right? Like some of that stuff Steve's got that's like witchcraft books and just stuff like that. You just can't. You can't get it on there unless someone, for some reason, you know what I mean?
I'm just going to make one suggestion for those of you who do that. Right?
What's that?
Use the Kindle and tablets and Amazon and all that.
I just use my phone, so.
Is that you download somewhere a copy of the book that you supposedly purchased so that you can access it again in the future? Because I can guarantee you, if it's on the cloud and stuck on their servers, you do not own it.
That ship has already sailed.
Davis, there are companies like J Novel Club that you get the file. You get it straight from the publisher. It's not from Amazon. You get the EPUB file and it's on your computer. So
Yeah, that would be the only way to do that. So you
J Novel Club is doing it. Yen Press is now doing it. So you can order directly from the publisher, get the actual file, and you put it on your hard drive and you keep it. So it's yours. So
yeah.
So what am I currently reading now? He's asking what we're all currently reading. I am reading what looks like Thieves World on Kindle on my phone. Thieves World. So I've been going through those again.
I'm reading a series about a blacksmith. So
get what I'm reading.
I have just started finally A Wizard of Earthsea.
That was a great series.
Oh, nice.
I've heard only good things about it.
Hey, Grace.
This is what
Grace,
I
if you
last night, Grace. So maybe you'd appreciate it. I haven't started.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Grace, you were looking for certain kinds of lady characters that had good character development. Mercedes Lackey and Elizabeth Moon. Anything written by those two ladies. Exactly what you're looking for. Both very nice people, both of them.
Cool.
Yeah, like you, Cinther. Man, I can't read. I just can't read books anymore. It saddens me, but I just can't. They're just, font 2, and it's freaking. I just can't do it. I have to be able to zoom in. Earthsea's a good one too. I love the books on that.
Earthsea's great. Great stuff.
I got it. Oh, for Kindle.
It's about 9 by or 6 by 12 or something like that size. So.
Make a note of that.
Reading 4 books right now.
Yeah, it's easy when you've got. Well, I don't know about you. I shouldn't say that you've got books on your shelf, but for me, it's the same way. I move back and forth. Like I've still got some of the Kothar stuff on here that I haven't finished. Because I had to give it a break. You know what I mean? A little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It gets a little.
It got a little wild there a little bit.
It starts to blur after a while.
Yeah.
I'm reading
Hey, we got
Watchers
another
Out of
back
Time
string.
Did
and
we?
Others by H.P. Lovecraft and August Derleth. Mostly August Derleth.
Wow.
Who people really don't like, but so far it's been fine. The end of the story, which is the first volume of the Clark Ashton Smith crap. His early work is very dry, so this is like 7 months to get that far because it's just so dry.
Yeah.
Reading The Demon, which is a comic book. And I'm going to be starting The Lost Valley of Iskander, which is like...
That Lynn Carter.
Who?
That Lynn Carter.
What, who?
Who are you talking about?
Your hand.
This book? This is Robert E. Howard.
Robert.
Yeah.
This is his... these are his Desert of Adventures, I think.
I don't remember the guy's name again, but it was some kind of Celtic style name. The guy was always in chainmail with a big sword. I love that one.
He well, there's Al Arek or some Al Barek or something like that.
It was Man Mac. It was some
Oh,
Man.
there's Man
McMorn,
McMorn. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy was in. It was like a Templar knight almost.
Sure.
But
Those are historicals.
those are good stories. I like.
Yeah.
But, I'm reading several series at once because the J Novel Club that I'm subscribed to, you can get a chapter at a time of like a whole like dozens of novels a week. So I'm just buzzing through it.
You know, I really like the art on this book, and they don't list who the artist is.
Who is it?
That happens
Let me see.
frustratingly often.
Let me
We
see.
got
the book.
another backer on the back of trade. Woo.
Hang on.
The quality's too low.
We are almost at 107.
Wow. 107.
Less than $50 away. That's crazy. Melithius might be in our future. I had my doubts, but
Well, I mean, we've gotten almost
Right.
what since when we started this, it was 105, 107, I think. If I remember right.
Great.
Yeah.
It says this book cannot be produced in whole or in part. Does that mean I can't use the combination of the words during, there, long?
Oh hell yeah! I got a cigarette ad.
Now you're talking.
Zebra Books, the mark of quality.
Evcon, the first book of quorum is the best.
Kent
First three.
cigarettes. Do they even make Kent cigarettes anymore?
I do not.
Dude, we should play. Okay, hell yes, in air. There's okay. These group of gnomes have just started a cigarette company in air.
let's go.
So,
Let's go.
Davis, you will appreciate this. In the Codex of Air, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's in the recent printings. I think it is, but it definitely is in the original Codex of Air. There was two fishermen named Tim and Kenneth who they were wizards, and they figured out how to hire ice wizards to put their fish on ice, and it exploded the fishing industry in the inner sea. And that's Tim and Kenneth, of course. Tim's on the wall over here. Tim and Kenneth and I used to go. We used to go do things on the East Coast. Stuff and things.
El Borak, that's his name.
Yeah, they unfortunately don't list the artist with that book because I went digging around the internet for it. So, but Patricia Reed is the author, but the publisher is. I guess they don't mention their artists now, or at least not then.
Also, I heard about Dungeon Crawler Carl the other day. Someone was talking.
Yeah, it's really gotten a lot of press here lately. It's supposed to be good stuff. I've got it on my list to read.
It's very silly.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
it's goofy but fun. Fun stuff.
That's mostly what I read is very silly.
What title by Patricia Reed? Or I guess that's what it's Natural 20 is asking.
It was Witch something. The one Davis was holding up.
Oh, Davis.
Daughter of witches.
Daughter of
Davis,
Witches.
is Davis here? Oh, yes, there he is.
Yeah.
Daughter.
I
of
really
what?
want to reread is Moby Dick.
You should.
That was
Yeah,
long.
it's a great book.
Man, that was-
Seawolf is better than Moby Dick.
What was?
Seawolf, The Seawolf by Jack London.
Seawolf.
Oh, I know Seawolf.
For
good.
my nothing made me more confident in running like seafaring adventures than reading Moby Dick, because it's so specific.
Yeah,
And it's such a like crystallized, clear depiction
So-
of the miserable life of whalers.
in my phone right now, open. I'm reading is Thieves Worlds, King Kothar the Barbarian, Armies of Daylight, and Thrawn Alliance.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah, the comic book, yeah. So I have a
I'm
weird
reading something called
weird stuff in there.
Sister Mafioso right now too. So
Sister Mafioso. Ooh,
she's was hiding as a nun, but she's actually the daughter of a really nasty crime family. So
oh,
That's
I
cool.
like me some crime. You got kicked
Well,
again? Oh no! Wait, sorry.
I don't know if it's up your guys' street, but it's in the sort of genre that I read. But it's one of many things from J Novel Club that I read. I've been following like every week.
That's cool.
You can pay. You can. I think it's about $9 a month. You can pay for a subscription to J Novel Club, and you get chapter releases every week. And so, if you're fast, you can catch up with a lot of books without having to pay much for anything. And they give you like a free book coupon every week, so you can slowly collect series. But when you own the book, you own the actual file. They will send you the EPUB file that you can download and keep.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I can't read on my computer.
Well, I can't. You know, I don't really have much choice, so I won't have any place to store books because it's
Sure,
all in the
sure.
shed. So I gotta put all the stuff I read here.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I would
it's-
absolutely
it's
prefer
good.
to read a nice proper book in my hands. I'm much
Keeping any
happier
of
that way.
shit on the cloud, like when you buy something from Amazon,
It's
if you
all
don't-
downloaded.
if you don't download it, you're
I've kept all of it. I've downloaded everything. Got it all backed up.
I imagine pretty soon they'll block that.
They can
Yeah.
try. I'll go on the internet and get it if I have to.
Wait,
I've
okay,
never read-
I'm not gonna say who told me this, but someone told me this. I think it was about 16 months ago, last year or something. They're like, "Okay, I'm done with the streaming services, done with all of them. I'm going back to pirating shit." I was like, "What?"
Based.
And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I can get every one of these movies. Since I've done it for 5-6 years now, I've been getting it, but it's getting more and more expensive to watch anything. And he's like, I'm done. I'm just gonna go. He knows
Yeah.
exactly where to go get all this stuff.
I
And,
mean, if you can't buy and own it, then stealing isn't theft.
Wait, what?
I don't think that Trollord Games endorses any of these.
No.
no, but I will,
In Minecraft.
Yeah.
I won't say who said that to me.
She
but
said
I
in
thought it was
Minecraft, Your
absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. Your Honor, it was all a joke. It was for the bit.
Yeah.
4 minutes remaining.
Oh my god.
Always remember the 11th commandment: Thou shalt not get caught.
Everyone out there, so some of the deadpan things, I always encourage everyone to buy physical freaking books, right?
Yeah.
Always so you own the book. The rules have not changed in 25 years. You own the book, you own the rules, you own your game, it's all yours, it's on you.
And there's always this as I've been reading my way through. Love Dan Brown
Dan
books.
Brown.
And
I like
nobody
Dan
will
Brown
take
because his
away from
chapters
you.
are very short.
But
This is
every
also signed,
rule
so
in the gaming, you have to
Davis,
put
here's-
forward to us.
Here's one for you. You'll appreciate this. It's 1847. This is from this book that I'm reading, Wataye and the Taos Trail. It's
Hey, we got another backer, and we're over the 107 mark. Sorry.
It is this guy's journey. So they're hanging some criminals, but because they've it's so early in New Mexico, whatever, they don't have enough rope to hang them. So they get their lariats that they've been roping cattle with. But the lariats are too stiff.
Yeah.
They won't bend. So the cowboys spend hours in the village there of Taos, the ruined village of Taos, soaping the lariats and bending them until they're pliable enough to actually hang the people.
Surely it'd be easier to just shoot them.
Yeah, I know, it's her point. Just say, yeah, anyway.
His commentary's funny because he's like, when he's talking about he what did he call it? Something ethereal justice, something between justice and lawlessness, because the judge and the prosecutor and the defense are all friends and they're all against these guys, and so it's this weird. They gave him a trial. Sort of.
A drumhead.
Yeah. Fascinating
They-
reading. Very
they used to call that a kangaroo court.
You would actually enjoy it, Davis, because it's life on the plains in 1846. It's pretty brutal. No,
I don't
no
think
food.
people realize
Yeah.
how difficult life was 100 years ago, 200
Now,
years
I
ago.
will say this. I will say this with some interest because I watched that prelude to the show Yellowstone. I think it's called 1881 or something.
It's called
Right,
Yellowstone, Revenge of the Sith.
No.
Something, and it's basically this wagon train that goes from Texas to Montana. And you track this wagon train, and it's got about 110 people in it when it begins, and 2 survive the journey. And so the whole thing is that this is how crazy difficult it was, which is beyond absurd. It's just utterly beyond absurd. This guy's gone from St. Louis to Santa Fe, and nobody's died. It's just very tough. One guy had a wagon fall on him while he's fixing the wheel, but they got the wheel off. They got the wagon off of him. He was hurt for a couple of days. It wasn't a death march, but it was really tough. Listening to them, they go for like 3 days, no food. They don't have tents, so it rains for a couple of days to the point that their saddle, when they sit in the saddle, water comes out of the saddle because it's just everything is so sodden wet. It snows. It takes them, 7.5 to 8 hours to move 6 miles in the snow. I mean, it's just
There's no road. Yeah.
I used to read. I read all of the journals of Fremont and Kearney when their journey from the East Coast to California. But Fremont and Kearney, yes. But they went. They're going to California, right? But by the time they got to the Battle of San Pasqual, which happened in 1830, all their horses are gone. Basically they'd eaten all their horses. They had a few mules left, and then they get ambushed by Pico's troops and just obliterated. They weren't all dead. They were just embarrassed because the far superior horsemen would just run around and stick them with a spear in the backside and run off.
Yeah, it certainly was dangerous, and there certainly was a death toll. I would say probably somewhere around 3 to 4%, but the TV show was a little bit. It was an okay show. I wouldn't say it was an okay.
Yeah, that's like hiking and stuff like that. So, hiking on a trail is significantly different than hiking off trail. Significantly different than hiking off trail. And I remember because I had to do surveys, right? I've done a lot of off trail straight line hiking. You have to go in a straight fucking line. You can't deviate off this line. So you have to go whatever's in your way, go on this line, marking every 30 steps, right? And so it can be really, really difficult. And I remember the hardest time, the longest day of my life, and caused me to leave the South, was on the border of Louisiana and Arkansas. It took me 8 hours to move 1 mile.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I was chest deep in water, walking through muck. And
what time of year was it?
August.
Yeah, that'll do it. I was in jump school in Fort Benning in August. We'd fall into formation at 4:30 in the morning, sweating. It was so hot. It was so ludicrously hot.
I was at a reenactment in the summer when we went to Vicksburg. It was like 105 degrees and the humidity was horrendous. I did the smart thing and I found a bunch of ladies with fans and I sat in the middle of them. It was hot. I was in a wool uniform, bear in mind. So.
But Davis, you would probably enjoy this book because a lot of it's just on the trail, living on the trail, trying to find firewood, food for the mules. It's very interesting.
And I feel really bad. I feel really bad about this because it ended up a trip to the hospital for this girl. She was a new hire, and I was just used to my typical crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was lining people up. Here, you start here, go straight. You start here, go straight. You start here, go straight. And I wasn't paying attention to the vegetation, right? Because I'm so used to it. I'm just like, I don't care. You got to go straight. You got to go straight. So I put this girl down in this spot, and she had to go straight. And I didn't look beyond to see what she had to go through. It was a poison ivy patch.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So you don't know. So poison ivy, when it grows, what you get the little branches, whatever grows on the thing and the vines. Well, when it grows out on its own significantly for a long time, it can grow straight up in stalks. Okay. And it just did not register in my mind. And she didn't know how to recognize poison ivy. She walked right through that shit.
Yeah, in Davis's defense, I don't think you've never really been allergic.
I'm not allergic to it.
Yeah. So the
I
way
sure as hell am.
the way that works is when you're exposed to poison ivy. Normally, when you're exposed to it, you don't react, and then when you're exposed to it again, your body reacts, and the more you're exposed, the more it reacts. So it gets ludicrous. So if I touch poison ivy at this point, it's just murder on me. But I've seen you in it a dozen times. I've never seen you break out with poison ivy. Ever.
No, once in a while, usually at the beginning of the season, I'll get a few breakouts on my hand, but that might be it. But
I think
it's
it's
digging in the roots.
I think it's the garden. Davis spent years, and I remember this because I could smell it.
Yeah.
He spent years eating cloves of garlic like they
Yeah.
were.
No, so did you and Davis ever hike much together?
No, not a little bit, not much.
Not much.
Davis did most of his hiking way. I'm not a huge hiker, but Davis did most of his way out west.
No, you remember that time though that it was you and me and Mac and Charlie out in some freaking stupid idiotic pine thicket?
What?
Cherry Valley in northeast Arkansas. Yes.
3 minutes left.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say about the South. Anyone,
Whoa. What?
everyone who came to the South was a
Was what? Whoa, what? Beep, beep, beep.
What Davis is talking about, northeast Arkansas has the largest rice mill in the country, and it makes some of the most rice on earth. I mean, it is a huge amount of rice paddies in northeast Arkansas. And it used to be a swamp, and it's all reclaimed. So when you go up there, you literally in the spring and summer months can do this and gather mosquitoes out of here. It is batshit insane.
That bad.
They drive around town with trucks, spraying mosquito spray in there. It's absolutely crazy. And Cherry Valley is inundated in mosquitoes. Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember Mac had just like rolled up in a sheet. He was just completely covered in a sheet. That was it. No one was saying. Everyone was just trying to avoid the mosquitoes.
That's funny.
So what we eventually did is we built 3 fires, put a lot of leaves and dry wood on, so it made a lot of smoke. And Mac was stripped down to his underwear at one point, standing between, and he would just follow the smoke wherever the smoke goes.
We are down to a minute 20 seconds remaining. 80 seconds.
80 seconds.
I have a question for everyone. Okay.
You got to get in there. If you don't.
So Davis, the reason why I asked was,
you're thinking about it. You got to do it now, otherwise it's gone forever.
Me and my brother were hiking
Angel's kiss.
one time, got in an argument, and he's allergic to poison ivy and poison oak. And I've discovered that stalks of poison oak can work wonders with people who are allergic to it. I had him carrying my shit because I had a big stalk in my hand. I'm telling you, you can take natural materials and use them as weapons easily if you know what you're doing against the right opponent. I'm still paying for it. So.
I want to keep hearing Chuck's stories.
That's right.
You're gonna have to get in.
The proper use of poison ivy.
40 seconds.
Hey,
let's go.
All right, I do have to hit the road.
Good Lord.
L on you people.
Oh, sure. Go out and have fun. Yeah.
Meander.
He's just driving. That ain't fun.
I can't tell you the one time I did break out from poison ivy.
Ed, thank you, Ed.
To it, right? I had to go to the bathroom out in the woods.
I already know where this story goes, and I don't need to hear the rest of it.
Wait, what story?
Where the rest of it goes.
Don't worry about it.
I can, that's like great. That's really artistic storytelling because you don't have to say anything, and I connect all of the dots. It's perfect.
Yes,
well
that's
done.
It. That's all I need to say.
That's up there with
that's
up there with for sale baby shoes never worn. Like just illustrating a devastating punch, like a devastating payoff.
Yeah, my parents used to talk about, back when they moved to Australia, and the Australians were always amazed how friendly the tourists everybody were because everybody's waving. It was mostly to do with the large volumes of flies that were around trying to get out.
Australia's cool. They got some wildlife.
Yeah. That's another.
I don't remember much. I was like 2 when I left, so.
Why any human being would have stepped foot in Australia and stayed for more than 15
Well,
minutes?
they were dumped.
Yeah.
Most recently, they were dumped there against their will.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Well, I think the indigenous people.
Well, yeah, sure. That's why I said most recently. Yeah.
I will say this: what's cool about this book I'm reading is there's so much wildlife everywhere. This guy is talking about like everyday deer. It's just crazy how much wildlife. So there was plenty of food. Now, I don't know about Australia, but
Well, there's a lot of food, but most of it will try to eat you.
Yeah, you have to fight the food over there. Right.
Now, if you dig under a
Absolutely.
little piece of bark, there's all this little high protein grubs you can get.
There's a ton of regulations on the import and export of animals in Australia because there's so much stuff there that only exists there. I think after the dingo got introduced, it just completely decimated
Australia's
wildlife.
got one of the longest track records of just poor environmental. They introduced the rabbit. They introduced all kinds of
The
stuff.
cat, the domestic cat,
Yeah, it
has
just
been
everything
really,
went-
really devastating.
Everything went south for them. It's the way it goes when you don't know what.
That's why there's like 40 species of bearded dragon, but only 2 of them made it out of Australia before the embargo went in. So those are the only 2 you can get as pets in North America.
Oh,
If you live in
what?
Australia, you get all kinds of crazy
Really?
stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's one of the coolest animals on the world is the shingleback skink. Look it up. It's very, very popular in the pet trade of Australia, but because it's illegal to export them, no one outside of Australia can have them.
What is it called?
Shingleback skink.
Whoa, he's handsome.
And his tail is like a fake head too, which is really cool. What
Okay.
they do is they point their tail at you and their head when you're menacing them, so you don't know which
Oh,
to
sweet.
go for.
Okay. Before Jeremy loves 2 things: lizards and beetles. So before he meanders
That's
off, I want to
hilarious.
thank everybody. I gotta go. I gotta hit the road. I gotta get up to the farm, get David to sign these books. So I'm heading out.
Yep.
The rest of the trolls will be on deck for the backer train there. I want
Mhm.
to thank everybody for all of your support that you've done for this campaign and all the other stuff. Very, very cool. I wish I could hang out some more, but I'm hitting the road.
Nope, that's good.
Jeremy, I think that.
Take it easy, everybody.
See you, Steve.
you
Thanks.
need to do a dragon, a 2-headed dragon with a head at either end, and one's a fake head.
It'd be so cool. So the trouble with that is that sort of adaptation is through predation pressure.
Yeah.
So something would have to be regularly eating them for that to be the case.
The player characters are
The player, sure, yeah, okay, yeah.
a constant stream of like.
In a world where like battle has waged for millions of years between player characters and dragons,
Yeah.
the dragons have adapted into all sorts of unique ecological. You could do like a dragon world where it's just humans and then dragons, and dragons just fill all of the other niches. I think that would be really, really crazy.
Yeah.
And there's precedent for that sort of thing. Like in different periods of history, there were terrestrial galloping crocodilians. I think they were. I don't know if they were herbivorous. I think they were, but they basically occupied a similar niche to horses. It's a type of
Okay.
crocodile. So you can get really weird with it, and there's precedent for pretty much all of it.
Yeah, I read a lot of stuff like that where the dragons kind of dominate things. They got the intelligent, overseer dragons, and they got ones that are dumb that are riding animals, all kinds of stuff. Was it something like Dinotopia? It was something.
Dinotopia rules. Holy shit.
Dinotopia is
That's-
badass as shit.
There's some beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
The movie not so great, but I loved it when I was a kid.
Well,
The books are
I
cool.
never in the movie.
Books are
The
cool.
books are just excellently illustrated.
It was a Hallmark TV movie of the week. Was the Dinotopia, which is the absolute wrong name for a Dinotopia film. It was a 2-parter, and it's like 6 hours long, and it's very, very dull in the middle. But I loved it as a kid.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's that Land of the Lost I loved as a kid too. So. Sleaze that. So I'll make a confession: is that dragons aren't my thing. I'm not particularly
Mine either.
like.
Mine either.
They're not my thing for whatever reason. I'm just like,
Fucking love dragons.
yeah.
I think what it is that they're so ubiquitous, and everybody has their take on it. Where
Yeah.
like it's like, okay, I've seen every interpretation of this thing possible. It feels like.
Yeah.
But then someone will come out of the woodwork and say, actually, I have a really novel interpretation of dragons. It's like, I believe you, but I'm at capacity. I can't take any more in.
There's
Yeah.
been a lot of bloat. It's
Yeah.
interesting to hear that from creator of Inza and Inzaya, the dragon.
Yeah.
He doesn't
right.
have that
Well, he's
many
got one.
dragons.
There's one. That's it.
He doesn't
That's
have that
because
many.
there only
in it.
has to be one dragon.
There's what so So how I imagine dragons, right, is I have a difficult
nice.
time.
Chuckle at that. Come on, man.
I've probably had a dragon encounter maybe 5 times in my entire game that I've run.
Feel it in my
Right?
bones.
Do what?
Sorry,
Nothing.
nothing.
So
They're being funny.
The little thing of St. George and the dragon, right? St. George
Yeah.
slays this dragon. Well, the dragon's the size of like a big hound.
Yeah, they're
dog.
like devils. They're
Yeah.
more like devils to the medieval mind.
But I don't. I imagine dragons like Glamdring, or
Glamdring is the
calamities.
sword, isn't it?
wait, not Glamdring.
Glamdrung.
Yeah, Glamdring.
And Calagon the Black is probably the other one you think.
Yeah,
The only-
they're huge.
The only dragon I know is Vermithrax Pejorative.
No, and Smog.
Smog.
Yeah,
I know
Smog.
Smog.
Yeah,
Smog
Smog.
was
Come
the little
on.
one though.
Yeah, and Smog was the smaller of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
the dragons are
Clanagon the
huge.
Black was like the first one, I think,
Yeah.
We got
or at least one of the
two-
early.
2 minutes left. If you want to hear us continuing to ramble about dragons, and if you haven't gotten into that backer kit campaign to get all of the cool stuff that we're going to do, we've got
So Grace, here's
118 seconds to do it.
Yeah, so Grace, I can't imagine dragons like this. So I can't have them just wandering around small and tiny, okay?
Right,
So
sure.
I can't. So yes, no, but the dragon's crucible, the dragon created everything, and the dragon is huge. The maw can eat the whole world. That's how big she is, right?
It's like a
But she has 100 children. She gave one to the Allfather, or traded for the Allfather. So she has 99 children. So there are only 99 dragons. I have names for all 99 dragons.
That's
All
sick.
99 of them.
All 99 are named. Each of them has a purpose, right? And each of them, well, some of them have died. Quite a few of them have died in this rebellion, but
Sure.
they each had a purpose in the world, and the ones that are still in the world are still sleeping. But they're humongous.
I love
challenges.
that. I think that's
we've
so
got
cool.
a minute left, everybody. We've never gotten this
Oh,
close
man.
before, to my knowledge. Is this the end?
We got like 40 seconds down.
Davis,
Yeah, we gotta
So
how
we're
much?
gonna back. You've got this is all the time left in the world to do it.
60 seconds.
How much detail do you have on those dragons? I mean, you have their what they can do each, their differences.
Chuck, we can figure out about that in about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll forget
some are good,
then,
some are-
Jeremy.
Some of them are well detailed. Some of them are not.
Okay. But you have something down.
You have something down for each and every
40
one.
seconds.
30. Mine's on 30.
Yours is
you're
on
behind.
30.
Mine says 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's.
Mine's
I'm
on
behind.
17 minutes.
No,
Yeah,
it's 26,
so you
24.
gotta, if you guys are gonna
23.
get in, you gotta get in right now.
20
20 seconds. 19,
Ruh-roh.
18,
Dun, 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 dun,
17,
dun, 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 dun,
16, 15, 14, 13, 12,
12,
11,
11,
10,
9,
9.
8,
7, 6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2.
2.
That's it. We're out.
Bam! All right. Congrats, everybody. Congrats. That ended well.
Gang.
That ended
Final
really
tally:
well.
$107,081.
Thank you, guys.
That is
We raised almost $2,000 in this last little bit. That's fantastic. Thank you
Huge.
so much, everybody. That goes a long ways.
$5,000
Let me
more.
tell you, a long ways.
Thank you all so
Yeah.
much.
Guess who's paying rent tonight?
That's right. So thank you so much, everybody, for the support. Honestly.
I gotta do that actually.
So we won't be back, I guess, for any other streams this week until Friday when I have mine on, I think. So we'll see you guys Friday. Thank you so much for all the support again. It was amazing. Not sure what to say from there, but thank you. And we'll get back to work because I got a bunch of stuff to do.
I might try to host my stream tomorrow. I might try and see if it works.
Well, let me know.
Internet's been
Alright.
pretty good so far. Stay tuned. We might have Tales from Aired for the first time in like a month, 2 months.
No. Grace, read your fan fiction.
You think so?
That I swear to God, if
Can
we
I
were,
tell you the first page?
I thought we were going
We
to
gotta-
be on here for hours. I was going to get you to read it. I was serious. Go ahead, go.
Can I show you this? Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the first page. This is cash-in tape.
Mm-hmm.
It says cash-in.
What?
I wrote this when I was like 6 or 7. I think I was 6. It's a so there's there's drawings of blood, and people that are being like punched.
Sick.
by a hand,
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
and then a hand being like pressed into a palm menacingly, and then it says, "Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I'm not sneaky." And then if you turn another page and I find out, then you die. Bye bye. So it was very intimidating,
That
6-year-old.
rules.
You had murder on your mind.
This just smacks of like girl who had a bunch of like brothers, dude family friends. But yeah,
How many brothers did you have?
just two.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
more than enough.
Yeah, way too many. No, just kidding. They're great.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for all the help. Let's do the giveaways and we'll get out of here. We do have some giveaways still left for people that are hanging out, so let's get that done. Final giveaways for this campaign. Now, I'm going to close the entries out and we'll see. Here we go. Will this work? It worked. No, it didn't. I had to refresh over here. Nothing ever works around here. Oh.
Yeah, you believe it.
Okay, here we go. We're going to pick the winners. Wow, we got a lot of people in this one. All right, so this first will be for $15 off. It'll be 2 of those. All right, there'll be a link will pop up in our chat, and you just go to our Discord and get it from Obsidian Risk. Most of you folks are hanging out in here. A lot of you are in our Discord already. First $15 winner is Savage Splendor. There you go, Savage.
Classic.
There you go. There you go. Congrats. Our second winner, Cryptorite. Look at you rolling in there. See, now you can buy the other PDF. I want to send you. And then for our last giveaway, for you guys hanging out with us, it's going to be $25. So we will pick that right now. Cooperative Waffles. Look at you. Way to go, Coop. And then one last time before I get off the stream, I'm going to post this. This is going to be live for
6 seconds.
No, not probably about 10 minutes is all. So get it while you can get it if you haven't gotten it already. If I can figure out
6 or 7 minutes.
The button here. Yeah, something like that. Oh, that is not it. Weird.
Come on now.
Hold on a second. Let me find the link again. Posting stuff I copied over for the messages.
It's like a tumor.
Where is it at? There it is.
Like a
There we go.
shade.
All right, I'm gonna try it again. You ready?
You said, oh, I think I made this when I was 6 or 7, and that tumor pulsed in my brain.
There you go.
I was like, no.
Try that link real quick. Oh, Land of Lost. That's one of my inspirations for Inclinate for short.
It's just like a malignant little thing that's like.
Bosco. I love it so much. All right, and there you can go back to Backer Kit, which is still open for. It'll be open for some. I think it's still going to be open. Yeah. So, anyways, thank you guys so much. We're going to get out of here.
Back it? What's the point?
I mean, eventually you can. Yeah. Eventually. Let me do late pledges and all that kind of stuff. All right, everybody. Thanks up. Back to work. We got work to do. So thank you so much. Thank you everybody for watching.
Not doing any work today.
All right, we'll see you guys.
We should have a
Bye,
whole
gang.
program where we just try not to work.
All right, let's all count to 3 and yell trolls. Are you ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Trolls out!
Hey.